Hi, you all. Oh, I shouldn't have put that cup there. How are you all doing? Where is my thing? I'm having a brain fart. There we go. There we go. Hey, Positive for Life. Hey, P-Love. Welcome. Hey, Brenda. Hey, welcome. Hey, Candace. Thank you so much for your donation, Candace. I have you. Bonita, hey, welcome. Varsity K, hey, welcome. Talanza, hey, welcome. Talanza, I have you. I have your donation. Thank you very much. Jade, hey, welcome. Hey, Alicia, hey, welcome. Hey, Golden Moon, welcome. CG, hey, welcome. GC, wow. Dyslexia. GC, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Spiritual Warrior. Welcome. Hey, Lauren. Okay. All right. I am on the right channel. Let me know if you guys cannot read this list or if you cannot see this list. I've already started on a couple of my extended readings. I got the individual emails sent out. If you have submitted a donation for an extended reading, you are not required to be here on the live readings. So if you would like me to do your reading on a private video, please do let me know, and I will get that sent to you, and you can sign off. You do not have to be here. So I've got Positive for Life first on the free reading list. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. P Love, Brenda, Bonita, Varsity K, Jade, Alicia, Golden Moon, GC, Spiritual Warrior, and Miss Lauren over at Sex Potions and Petals. I'm going to go ahead and get started super early. Hi, you guys. Well, early for me. Whether you are new or returning, welcome. My name is Brother Rory, aka okaasanstarot, and this is my weekly live reading, WWYO, Words with Your Okaasan sign, and it is a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. Actually, the full moon happened this morning at 6:35 Eastern Standard Time, so it's always dark somewhere. People forget that the full moon doesn't necessarily occur during nighttime. It may not be night here, in North America, but it's night on the other side of the world. The moon is always moving, and it's my sign. I'm Scorpio dominant, so I'm feeling good. I've been incredibly busy today, so thank you all so much for being patient. Tonight is going to be my full moon in Scorpio reading, where we are going to be focusing on the shadow of the soul. We're going to be looking at what needs to be released in this full moon and Scorpio energy, your spiritual release, the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn from this release. And for those of you who have submitted a donation, thank you again very much for supporting me and this channel. You will get an extended reading with your chakra healing reading, addressing your most blocked chakra and the lessons lesson that you are meant to learn through healing the blockage in that chakra. For those of you who are new, a couple of housekeeping notes. I do use astrology, numerology, and Reiki to help me interpret my card spreads. So you will hear me referencing zodiac signs and numbers and chakras throughout the reading. I also see court cards as people, page, knights, queens, and kings, but more so the queen and king energy. However, tarot is not restricted to gender, so just because I pull a queen or a king does not necessarily mean a woman or a man, but more so the feminine or masculine energies of that sign. All right. Hey, Christine. Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy. Okay. All right. Hey, Sean. How are you? Dr. Sean Riggs, thank you so much for joining me. Let me go ahead and update this list before I get started. Lauren was like, hey, Carol. Carol, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are doing well. GC, yes, there is a list for the readings. It's right here, and you are number 9 on the free reading list. My Thursday readings are free. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated. I've got 2 spots left on my donor list, and if you submit a donation, you 1 get to skip the line, you get to go earlier, and 2, you don't even have to be here in the line. If you need to leave or want to leave, you would just send me a message either here or on social media or Gmail, and I will send you your private reading in a link. So just let me know if you have submitted a donation. Information to submit donations is in the details of this video. Hey, Miranda. Hey, welcome. Okay. Hey, Larissa. Hey, welcome. Hey, Raven. Raven, thank you so much for your donation. You're number 6 on the donor list. Hey, Sage. Welcome, Sage. Thank you, GC. I actually, right before my reading, I had my first virtual double dinner date with the love of my life and his best friend. So I got all dressed up. I did my face, and now I'm here with you all tonight. Okay, Candace wants me to send her reading. I will definitely do that. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so Carol, I'm glad you are doing well. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the readings. If you are new or if you've been here and you forgot, I do 5 and 5. So I'll take the first 5 people on the extended list, and then I'll move to the 5 people on the free reading list, close out the last 5 people, if I have that many, on the extended list, and then I'll go back to my free reading list. I'm working.
Mama, we're trying to get the monster cards. You forgot to put them up in the room.
They're right there.
Thank you.
Say hello.
Hello.
It's Julia, you all. This is my youngest.
I'm with Mama. This is Steven here.
They're playing card games, and I forgot to give her the cards, so I apologize for that.
I told you to get some. She goes, wait.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, David. Hey, welcome, David. David, you're number 16 on the free reading list. Okay, I think I have everybody. Please do let me know if you all cannot read or see this list. I will be marking everyone who I've completed in green. Those of you who are skipped will be in red. This is a free reading. It does sometimes take time, and I understand that you have things to do. So if you have to leave and you're on the free reading list, all I ask is that you return before I sign off to get your message. Okay. So let's get started finally. I am going to open this up with my prayer. I call upon the divine, and I ask that you surround and protect me by the impenetrable white light of the divine. I ask that you remove all negative thoughts, feelings, energies, and attacks from my head and from my heart. And I ask that you send all negative thoughts, feelings, energies, and attacks towards me back to the senders and heal us all in the process. Spirit, I pray that you send me messages to be as clear as the light and easy to understand with help from my spirit guides, the ancestors, and the archangels. That you continue to surround me by the impenetrable white light of the divine for now, for all of eternity, and that you continue to allow me to be a beacon of light and a channel for messages of the highest good. As above, so below, so it is, and so it will be. Chrissy is first. Chrissy, we're going to be looking at your shadow release, what you are meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy, the karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing message. Wow. I would not be surprised if you had a blockage in your throat chakra, represented by the color blue, Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy, so your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of with this full moon energy, is represented by the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If those signs don't resonate, you are meant to release this immature energy, the low vibration of the Knight of Swords. Impatience is what Spirit tells me, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. There's this fear of failure. So before you even, get your thoughts off the ground, you've already dismissed it. You end up cutting yourself short because you don't have patience for yourself. You don't have patience for the process here. Spirit wants you to release, Chrissy, the tendency to be impulsive, making premature decisions without gathering all the information here. There also is a tendency in the low vibration of the Prince of Swords, Chrissy, to be argumentative here, or you may have difficulties actually speaking up for yourself because you fear you won't be accepted, or because you feel that what you have to say is not valuable. That is not the case. Let that go. The karmatic lesson is represented by the Hierophant, clarified by the King of Swords. So in tarot, in the court cards, it's page, knights, queens, and king. And that energy shows levels of maturity. So a knight is like a teenager energy. And then you get to the queen and king. King energy is about mastery of the self and of others. And as a King of Swords energy, which again is air sign, you are mastering your ability to be an effective communicator, a great listener. You are someone that can receive information as well as give that information back out. You learn how to clear up any kind of miscommunications and misunderstandings. But the King of Swords ultimately can control their own mind, control their own thoughts, and they don't get lost, and down the rabbit hole in confusion with all the ideas or all of the low vibration thoughts that they have in their mind. King of Swords does not suffer from anxiety. King of Swords gets plenty of sleep at night. And the King of Swords is not afraid to speak their truth, even if their voice shakes. And with the Hierophant card, this lesson is invoking a new tradition. Either you have to speak up when it comes to your family, speak up when it comes to your spiritual health, how you're taking care of yourself in that area. You're breaking some type of tradition here, either within yourself or something that was karmatically, brought on into your life from your family. Chrissy, I would not be surprised if you had a blockage in the throat chakra. And I say that because of the presence of the sword card energies. It's air energy, which represents communication. It could be third eye and crown, but I feel more throat. The lesson that you are meant to learn, Chrissy, the lesson you're meant to learn in order to heal the most blocked chakra in this reading is grief. So here it's saying that you have a blockage in the sacral chakra, excuse me. Sacral chakra is represented by the color orange. In your lesson, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Fear of failure is the first message that Spirit told me. If you were to get everything right all the time, if you knew it all, you don't have opportunity to learn. It is our mistakes and where we went wrong that gives us that vehicle for growth. And you need to continue to grow. And anytime that you do not hit the mark, you should not let it affect your confidence or your self-worth. Spirit is asking you to heal your sacral chakra, Chrissy, so that you can learn these lessons and have this full moon release. Thank you, Chrissy, so much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Chrissy says, wow. And yes, I do. I was saying my throat chakra is off. It is not your most blocked chakra. You must be working on this, and that is evident in your cards because you did not start off with a page energy, which is a new beginner, and you end with the king, which is the highest level of mastery. So you are working on your throat chakra. You just need to have the confidence to continue to speak up for yourself. All right. You are very welcome. All right. My second person was done and they got their reading via private link. Talanza is next. For those of you who are here, I take care of the first 5 people, and I will only be having the conversation with the people I'm doing the reading. I do this to keep the speed up. So please do be patient. If you're waiting to be added onto my free reading list, I still have 4 spots left on the free reading list, and I will update that after my 5th person. All right, Talanza is next. Talanza, we're going to focus on your shadows release, what you are meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, the karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing. I saw the 3 of Cups. Let's see if it comes back out. Oh. I saw the Hangman. Ah. Oh, wow. I would not be surprised if there was a heart chakra blockage here, heart or third eye for you, Talanza. Okay. Talanza, let's get started with your reading. So your shadows release, what you are meant to let go of in this full moon and Scorpio energy. We've got the 10 of Cups clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. So I saw the 3 of Cups when I was shuffling your cards, and you've got a good amount of Cup card energy present, which is why I feel potential blockages in the heart chakra, because Cup is water energy, which represents our emotions and feelings. 10 of Cups is completion, which is good, which this is saying that you have completed some major task or lesson connected to family, your internal happiness here, or there could be a cord cutting of some karmatic debt that you either brought on in the past life or that was passed on through your family, as this is a family card. You are meant to finish this. You know, if you have had some discord, some up and down in the home or with children or being a caregiver, it's time to finally get that final cleanse. You've gone through this period of conflict. You had the ups and downs. You grieved, you're healing, but now it's finally time to release and let go, especially when it concerns any type of insecurities that you're holding on to connected to your family. Maybe it is that society or people around you feel that your family structure is different. They have something to say about who you're living with or who you're with. It could also be some insecurities within yourself concerning being a great caretaker or being the head of household with the 10 of Cups. The Spirit is telling you that you can have your happily ever after as long as you're not being too rigid. As this energy relates specifically to you, you have got to let some things go. Maybe it is Talanza. You have your mindset on a certain way and you expect it to go in that direction. You have to look at different options, that 3 of Cups energy that I saw, and open up your mind to being more creative, to seeing that, you know, your family dynamic, what makes you truly happy is more than just this one specific thing or this one specific way of life. Let that go. Your karmatic lesson is truly karmatic here. And I say that because of the presence of the 6 of Cups and the Lover's card. Both of these are number 6. And 6 in numerology is karma. It is the number of reciprocity and moderation here. Lover's card is Gemini energy, but ultimately this is a soulmate energy. Both of these, Talanza, are soulmate cards. 6 of Cups is past life energy, past life lover here. And what you are learning is how to co-create with other people here on the earthly plane. You are meant to learn to be a good compromiser, one who doesn't see, you know, taking somebody else's idea as a sacrifice of your own. Instead, it's a harmonizing, a marriage of the two. Also, when it comes to soulmates, not all of them are life partners. And you've got some major completion here where you have gone through some tests with a soulmate. And now it is time for you to say, yes, this is my life partner, or no, this is not. This is the lesson that you are meant to learn. Ultimately, both of these cards are choice. You have a choice, Talanza, to continue to repeat the past, especially when it comes to family dynamic and what makes you happy, your emotional well-being, or you can evolve with this release, let it go, and create something new. The lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges presented to you in this reading is, what did I say? Heart chakra blockage, represented by the color green. Gratitude, boo, gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Opportunities gives you choices, and the Lover's card is choice. Okay, you are not a victim to the circumstances, and things don't have to continue on in the low vibration as they had been in the past. It's time to start anew. It's time to grab that Ace of Cups, heal your heart chakra, practice the art of forgiveness, and put that compassion towards your own self first. Thank you, Talanza, so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. And Talanza says, yep, confirmation times 3. I saw the 3 of Cups when I was shuffling, ma'am. So take it as it resonates. But 3 of Cups is an energy for family expansion. So if you are looking to expand your family, however that resonates to you, there's something about this full moon energy that makes that available for you. So if you're looking to get a new puppy, Spirit is saying go get a new puppy. If you're looking to bring a new human being into this world, Spirit supports it. Okay? All right. Miranda is next. All right, Miranda. Thank you also, Miranda, so much for your donation. We're going to also do your reading. Let's see. I can't do that. No. Okay, we're going to do your full moon and Scorpio reading, Miranda. I apologize. Your shadow of the soul, where we're going to be focusing on your shadow's release, what you're meant to let go of, your karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing message. Hey Jennifer, no, you're not late. I might switch decks. I've been doing too many readings today. I would not be surprised, Miranda, if there was a sacral or crown chakra blockage for you here. Especially crown, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, Miranda, let's get started with your shadow of the soul, full moon and Scorpio reading. So your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy. We've got the Two of Pentacles clarified by the star. So there is a cleansing that is currently happening with this full moon energy for you. It's something that you've been working on for a while now here with the presence of the star. The star is showing that you are meant to release the fear of, losing control when you got to surrender to divine timing. It is asking you to release any blockages that prevent you from having faith in your own natural abilities to handle daily life tasks and obligations in the energy of the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles to release the need to be restless, release the need to always keep yourself so busy and occupied that you are not addressing your shadow side and working on the things that need to be healed. You have already started this process, and now this full moon is completing this. This started 6 months ago when you really started putting in some work on this energy. And the star card is also asking you to not lose faith in your higher power. You are being protected. Why do you feel the need to do everything by yourself? Two of Pentacles energy. Also, Spirit is asking you, Miranda, to release this indecision that you have, being stuck between your head and your heart, having many options and either procrastinating because you've got too many options and are confused, or you just either run out of time, energy, or even money to be able to put those things into fruition. This is a cleansing that is happening, and a lot of this has to do with your values, time, energy, money, those resources. Let that go. Your karmatic lesson, Miranda, is represented by the Four of Pentacles clarified by the Tower. So the Tower is telling me that this is coming down. Anything that is unstable, that's like hanging on by a thread, Miranda, is finally going to be cut loose. And this is involving, it's place of security that you have. This lesson is, what do you need? Are you still in a scarcity mindset? Why do you need to work so hard? Are you afraid of not having enough? Why do you need to push so much? Are you afraid that you can't do it? This is the lesson that you are meant to learn in this release. The Tower is the 16th card in tarot, which equals 7, faith. That is happening. It is renewed. This insecurity that you were dealing with, this feeling of restlessness, one day I want to be on the spiritual journey, the next day I'm confused. That all goes away, Miranda, and you get back to a place of security within yourself, and you feel comfortable with the path that you have made, and you move forward without indecision and without any doubt. I felt a sacral chakra blockage, and I feel like even a throat chakra blockage for you, Miranda, because like I can feel my brow like going in this like state of confusion for some reason for you. So the lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges in this reading and your most blocked chakra is your third eye, purpose. I know what I am here to do, exactly what I said. No more doubt, no hesitation, no lack of faith in myself. You feel comfortable with the path that you have made, and you move forward unapologetically. You just keep going. Third eye chakra, clean it. You know, blockages in the third eye is when you don't trust your own intuition. Do what you literally feel is right, and you will never be wrong. Okay. Thank you, Miranda, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Miranda says, yes, I'm trying not to worry as much. Yes, I could see that. Like even my head hurts a bit, but it's the third eye. And that's why I was saying my brow frowning in. It's your third eye that is the most blocked. You're very good at what you do. It is your insecurities that make you question even yourself. Let that go. Okay? All right. 1, 2. Miranda is 3. Raven will be 4, and Talisha will be 5, which means I'll be completely done with my extended list. I will close it. So if you would like to get an extended reading, please do let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to close it. If you have submitted a donation and I have not added you, also let me know before I close the list. Hey TZ, there is no minimum requirement for the donation. The information to donate is in the details of this video. All right, Raven. Raven is also clairvoyant, you all. I always give my fellow tarot readers a shout out. Please, check her out on Instagram. She gives daily messages, pick a card messages. She made posts today about the full moon in Scorpio. You can never have enough help, and every reader reads differently. So definitely check her out for some messages. Raven, let's go ahead and look into your reading. We're going to look at your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of in this full moon energy, your karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing card. Wow, look at how these cards are shuffling. I could do this all day. Your energy is so good. Look at these cards. This feels so good. Wow. Wow. I don't really feel like you have any chakra blockages. If anything, there may be like some type of potential wounding in this chakra, and it could be either your heart chakra, represented by the color green, or your crown chakra. But I'm not feeling a huge blockage for you, Raven. Okay, Raven, let's get started with your shadow of the soul, full moon in Scorpio reading. Your shadows release, what you are meant to let go of in this energy. We've got the 5 of Pentacles clarified by the World. World card is cycles, endings for new ones to begin, and you are meant to release this scarcity mindset, this fear of poverty. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough love to give. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money to give and support my family. I don't have enough. I don't have enough skill to do well at my job. I will never be enough. Five of Pentacles here is what you are meant to release. World card closes that chapter out. You are now looking at your options, what you have currently in your life, in a state of abundance. This is enough. I can work with what I have. And if I need more, I most definitely can manifest it. This is what you are learning, and you are releasing this I am not enough message. Also, with the Five of Pentacles, there's this sense of loneliness here, that no matter how much you have around you, you still feel alone. You still feel different. You are feeling more comfortable in that autonomy here with the Five of Pentacles as a released. You're not left out in the cold because Spirit's got your back. Your ancestors are with you. And when the people on the earthly plane cannot understand you and you feel abandoned, Five of Pentacles energy, you look up into the top, and you begin to pray, you begin to ask, and you see your signs and synchronicities of a confirmation that you have been heard. And that's why you got this World card. It's the number 23 in tarot, and it equals the number 3, which is growth. And this is something that you've worked on for quite some time here, maybe even like 5 years even, with the Five of Pentacles, to be able to feel comfortable and finally release this in the full moon energy. Your karmatic lesson is literally a lesson here. We've got the energy of the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Knight of Cups. Support your own self, being your own cheerleader, the biggest cheerleader. And most importantly, learning how to give that your own self the same level of love, patience, and compassion that you give to so many others back inside. There's this tendency with empaths, before they elevate to a level of clairvoyancy, to give more. Oh, this person isn't treating me right. If I love harder, it will get better. You already realize that's not the case, Raven, and this cycle is finally breaking. You, as soon as anything gives you the hint that they will not appreciate your worth, you will move away from it. So this is a major karmatic clearing with the Wheel of Fortune here. It is a karmatic soul cleansing. So this could be a past life thing that you're finally accomplishing, a lesson that wasn't learned in the past that you have achieved here. So be very proud of what work that you have done, because it is shown in all of your readings, and 10 is completion. Congratulations. So again, I'm really not feeling any major blockages in your chakra. Maybe a potential blockage in your crown, maybe, but I don't feel anything too strong. So the lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges that were presented to you in this reading is balance here. A throat chakra is what is the most blocked. So sometimes in this period of solitude, we keep our thoughts to ourselves. We're so used to holding things in that we just forget to express ourselves in words. You need to start taking things out from here and putting it through your mouth, letting people hear what it is that you have to say, and finding that balance on when to be in a hermit mode and when you need to be out in the open speaking with people in your life. Your lesson, Raven, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. You had been judged in the Five of Pentacles, and that's why you felt alone. You will not repeat the pattern of the people that treated you in that way. Work on this throat chakra. Continue to express yourself. Continue to provide guidance to the people that come to you, and it will help you continue to pass the test that'll be thrown at you in the future. Thank you, Raven, so very much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Raven says, so true. I have to give myself credit, cheer, and appreciation. I'm always cutting. Yes. My throat. Oh, no. Raven says my throat definitely hurts, and I'm holding in my emotions. Yes. Goddess Rain Tarot on Instagram. Please do go and follow her. I do not do pick a card on my channel. So if you like that method, if you like that interaction, check out Goddess Rain Tarot on Instagram for your pick a card readings. Okay. So I'm gonna pause because it's 9:42. Hey MJM, if you would like to donate, the information to donate is in the details of this video. You can donate via, you can donate via PayPal or Cash App. So Positive for Life is helping me out. Lizelle, Maya, Christine, and Jennifer. Thank you so much, Positive for Life. Bless you. Ooh. Lizelle, Maya. Maya. Okay. So I've got Lizelle, Maya, Christine, and Jennifer for my 20 people. Is there anyone that has not been included in my free reading list that was here before 9:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that would like to get a reading? Miss Eccentricity, thank you so much. MJM. MJM, I have you. TZ submitted a donation. Thank you for your affirmations, Raven. I had a reading with Blood Moon Intuition the other day. Brooke Hinkle, she's also clairvoyant. I do a lot. I read for a lot of readers, and she was praising me. Your praise, you know, Ruby Falcon Tarot's praise. It is literally the greatest reward of this job, helping people and then getting the praise of your peers. When people who do what you do every day tells you you're good at it, that's when you know you're hot stuff. So thank you for your affirmations. MJM, I have you on the free reading list. If you submit a donation, please do let me know and I'll move you over. Sharonda, I have you on the donation list. I will, if I have to go over, I will honor everyone that has come in. Raven, MJM, I got you. Lauren, I've got you. You're still here. Jennifer says, if I'm not here, okay, Jennifer. Okay. I got you, Jennifer. Hey, GC. You are still here on the list, GC. You're number 9 on the free reading list. Okay, Lauren. You're number 11 on the free reading list. Lauren, if you are not feeling well, go to bed, boo. Just send me a message on Facebook, okay? And I'll get you your weekly reading if you're not feeling well. Do not stay up for me. I'll accommodate you. Jennifer, yeah, my little type. She doesn't want to go to sleep. Yeah, it's no. You saw mine, Jennifer. Well, you probably didn't, but my little one was in the reading earlier today. I completely understand. Just if you leave, just send me a message on IG, and I will make sure you get your reading. Hey, Esther. Hey, welcome. Esther says, hello, everyone. Good night from the Netherlands. It's my first time here by chance. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping in, and do have a good evening. If you ever want to get a free reading, please do subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell because I'm here every Thursday. Okay, so I've updated the extended donor list. If anybody is going to submit a donation, please do so now. Otherwise, it is going to be closed. And my free reading list is closed. I'm over my limit. Okay, Talisha, are you here? Candace is having her message emailed to her, and then Sharonda. Talisha, are you here? All right. Talisha, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started with your reading. I've been so busy, and I've used this deck all day. I feel like I want to switch decks. Okay, Talisha, we're going to be doing your Shadow of the Soul reading, focusing on your shadow's release, what you are meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, your karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing. I wouldn't be surprised if a cup card came up in your lesson. The Two of Swords. I would not be surprised if you had a blockage in your throat chakra here, Talisha. You've got a lot of air energy here. What did I just do? Okay. Okay, Talisha, let's get started with your reading. So, your shadow's release, what you are meant to let go of in the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the Hierophant clarified by the King of Pentacles. Both of these are earth sign energy. The Hierophant is the 5th card in tarot representing the sign of Taurus. So Taurus may be in your chart or another earth sign of Virgo or Capricorn. If those signs do not resonate, what you are meant to release here is the need to be in charge of everything. The King of Pentacles is a mature person, someone that is organized, usually a business person, but they're the head of the household, head of the family, and they like their independence and usually prefers to give the orders versus sharing the weight of the responsibility. With the Hierophant, this is traditions. This is, something that you do religiously, and Spirit wants you to change the way you look at the dynamics of families and your responsibility in that. King of Pentacles in the low vibration, what you should release is any type of obsession or need for a level of perfectionism. King of Pentacles works and works and works and disciplines himself and accomplishes a lot, but also does not give himself the praise that he deserves because he's looking for perfectionism. A Spirit is asking you to accept your human flaws and the flaws of others, especially as it relates to, following by the rules or breaking those, living in a state of authenticity. The Hierophant and the number 5 is change. And Spirit is asking you to release any need to hold on to certain situations and invite some type of change into your life, especially when it comes to your family structures, how you want your family to be, where you want to even live and raise a family. These things may change, and you are being asked to go with the flow with these changes instead of being so rigid and pessimistic optimistic in the energy of the King of Pentacles when a change is presented to you. Your karmatic lesson here, Talisha, we've got the Justice card clarified by the Two of Swords. So justice is karma. It's the 11th card in tarot. It represents the sign of Libra. Swords is also air energy. So there's a need for balance here in this energy for you, Talisha. Two of Swords as a lesson is being stuck in a place of indecision because you feel that your options are not good enough, or that you have no options, and that puts you in a state of victimhood, an inability to escape your current circumstances. Spirit is letting you know that everything is happening in divine timing, where you're experiencing some delays, or if there's some unexpected changes that you are being asked to adapt to. There's a reason behind the scenes. And with the Two of Swords, the lesson is to be able to see the bigger picture. Two of Swords, you can't. This is a problem. This is an obstacle. I only have to focus on this, instead of seeing that maybe something else is happening. And the reason why I have no control is because I'm meant to be a little bit more patient and wait for maybe the answers or some type of help to come to me. This is the Sword card energy, is why I felt a throat chakra blockage for you, Talisha. But there very well could be a crown chakra blockage for you also. A lack of, faith here, or some type of confusion about how you are living your life and your plans in the future, if there's some changes that are happening. So the lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome these challenges is service. Yeah, I said crown chakra, and I meant it really, solar plexus is what it is. That state of victimhood that I was mentioning in the Two of Swords is solar plexus blockage, a feeling like you have no control, that the divine is already set for you, and that no matter what you do, you can't change the course of your life. Think you can make a difference. These things will change. Service. I feel good when I help others is the lesson that you are meant to learn. But who is helping you? King of Pentacles, you're good at that, supporting, emotional, financial support. You're good at what you do in your job, but you need to make sure that you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to share the weight of those responsibilities and let go of this need for perfectionism. Just because somebody else does it in a way that's different than you doesn't mean that you won't ultimately get to the same goal. So allow yourself to be cared for, allow yourself to be helped in the times where you feel like you cannot help yourself. Talisha, thank you so very much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right. Talisha says, wow. Oh, Talisha said, wow, OMG, always spot on. I haven't been doing so well. I don't know if you know your rising sign, Talisha, but this full moon is conjuncting your sun sign. The sun is ego. We're both Scorpios. So ego is a sense of self, your personal identity. Maybe you feel your identity is threatened by having to learn this lesson, because it's not in your nature to be in that way. That's why you're meant to evolve here. And you're a Scorpio. We know all about transformation. So just, let it happen, especially some unexpected changes here. You are meant to adapt. Scorpio, I'm gonna be biased here, is the most resilient of the zodiac. And I mean, we're the death card, death and rebirth. You will always recover, and you will be fine if you can open up to that. But definitely check your rising sign, Talisha, to see the house placement that this full moon is happening in, because it is in the sign of Scorpio. It is important to you. There's some major clearing here. Yeah, it's so scary with the child now, Talisha says. And it is, but you are going to break down if you continue on the way that you're doing. So, I mean, us Scorpio, we kick and scream about it, but we will eventually step up to the plate. And I know you will ultimately do what's best for you both. Okay. Update. MJM made a donation. Thank you, Positive for Life. I was going to ask. Okay, Talisha was my 5th person on the donation list. Let's go ahead and move on to the free reading list. Thank you guys so very much for being patient with me. All right, Positive for Life. I appreciate all the help that you give me. Let's get started with your reading. We're going to be looking into your full moon in Scorpio reading, focusing on your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of with this energy, your karmatic lesson. And because you help me out every Thursday and you never ask for anything in return, I want to show my appreciation for you by also giving you a chakra healing message. Yes, 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 yes. I don't feel a major blockage for you, Positive for Life, but there could potentially be some wounding that still needs to be healed in the heart chakra and potentially in the sacral chakra for you. So green and orange. All right, Positive for Life, let's get started with your reading. So your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of in this full moon energy. We've got 2 of Wands clarified by the 3 of Swords. So maybe in the past, there was this feeling that you had no control over your life, that whatever direction your family or your professors or anybody in a position of authority pointed you in, that is the only options you had, and that's where you had to go. And there was this sense that you weren't living your life the way you wanted it to. It caused feelings of restlessness, confusion here, and also feeling that, you know, your options in the 2 of Wands, or the directions that you take, no matter which road, would lead you to a place that was not in your highest good, and that caused some disappointment and heartbreak with the energy of the 3 of Swords. You are meant to let that go. You need to forgive yourself for allowing other people to influence your life and the decisions you made in the past so much, to influence you emotionally and mentally, sword card energy, to change your mind even at the last minute. Even when you feel comfortable in your own, independent mind, as soon as somebody got into your head, you would question yourself. This is what you are meant to release. You may have felt betrayed also when you found out that people did not have your highest good in mind, this 3 of Swords. If you are a person that believes in practicing forgiveness, this is what you need to do in this release. Even when you do not get an apology, even when you don't get the praise and accolades when you found out to be right, you need to let that go. Release it here and feel more comfortable in the decisions that you make without having to get influence or input from so many other people. The karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn, Positive for Life. We've got the energy of the 9 of Pentacles clarified by the 5 of Cups. It may be also there was either some codependency, or you needed the help or assistance from other people, that you felt obligated to listen to what they were saying because they paid for something, or they put a roof over your head, or they helped you in some other way. People are supposed to support you, in an unconditional way without expecting things to something in return. And this lesson that you are learning is exactly that. For those that support and help you and expect you to give something back other than a simple thank you, we're letting them go. That caused this Five of Cups energy of regret and guilt and disappointment. Also, you are meant to learn the lessons of material independence in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. You most definitely can take care of yourself. You do not need to always rely on the financial support or even emotional support of other people to do well and succeed in this life. The Nine of Pentacles is the philanthropist. Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve it here, and you can attract abundance into your life by letting go of the Five of Cups energy, feeling guilty or even resenting yourself and other people that cause you some level of emotional pain. Again, I'm not seeing a major blockage for you here, Positive for Life. Potential heart chakra blockage, potential sacral chakra blockage, so green and orange is what I'm looking for, but I'm not feeling it too heavily. So the lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges presented to you in this reading is purpose. It's the third eye. Exactly. That's why I don't feel a blockage. Your third eye chakra. I know what I'm here to do. And that's whatever it is that you want to do, not what your mom wants to do, dad, grandpa, third cousin on your uncle's side. They don't matter. It's what you want to do, because this is your life. And once you get closer to that level of material and emotional independence, you will become more comfortable in doing the things that are best for you. And then you don't feel guilty by not listening to the advice of the other people that are close to you in your circle. Work on this third eye. You have got to trust your gut instincts, trust your intuition, connect more with your spiritual side, and don't always look for concrete facts and answers before taking a leap of faith into a new road. Thank you, Positive for Life, so very much for all of your assistance, as you usually do on Thursdays, for your patience, and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. I like that. Positive for Life says, yes, I will let it go. Right. They want it to be in control. Yes, exactly. Positive for Life says, yes, I realize I can do it by myself. Once I'm able to move out, it will get even better. I learned to not be in their behavior, let their behavior get to me. Yes, absolutely. You cannot let those people get to you. I handle it well, and you will get that independence. I fully believe that you will achieve that level of independence where you need to feel most comfortable. I've got nothing but good things to say about it. Okay. P Love, are you still here? P Love is next. I don't know if there's a delay, but I'm looking for P Love is next. And after P Love is Brenda. Bonita, Brenda, P Love, Bonita, Varsity K. All right, Bonita's here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do your reading. I'll skip the other two at this time. Bonita, thank you so much for being patient. We're going to go ahead and get started with your Shadow of the Soul, Full Moon and Scorpio reading. To release in the full moon Scorpio energy release. Wow. I would not be surprised if your root chakra was blocked. Maybe even a solar plexus blockage for you, Vanita. I'm going to do a chakra card for you because I'm getting repeated cards from the previous message, okay? So hopefully this will tie it in. So, Vanita, let's get started. The shadow release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the Two of Swords clarified by the Nine of Wands. Both of these are extremely defensive. Two of Swords is defending your mind, but either feeling unjustified or just being stuck in a state of confusion here. Being stuck between a rock and a hard place, feeling that no matter what it is that you come up with, it's not going to work. It won't pan out in your favor. And in return, you get the Nine of Wands energy, a sense of paranoia. You know, this isn't going to go right. It's going to crash and fail. The things I've been working so hard for will be taken away from me. Also, Vanita, you become incredibly defensive here, where you try to keep out things that make you confused or bring you a sense of pain and grief, but then you don't allow any of the good to come in either. You're too defensive. Spirit wants you to lower down those walls here and allow yourself to become more vulnerable to potentially making some more mistakes, potentially being confused about your decision. But that's how we learn, through our mistakes. The Nine of Wands is my personal favorite minor arcana card because it is the card energy of perseverance. And you may have some ups and downs when it comes to your mental health. Some days you're feeling really good. Other days, you know, you got like the little rain cloud over your head. And it could, sometimes there could be a reason. And other times you just feel, it's natural. But what Spirit wants you to do is to feel through those feelings instead of staying stuck in them as you had been in the past. Let that go. Your karmatic lesson, Vanita, we've got the energy of the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So Nine of Pentacles, as I said in the previous reading, is a state of independence, material independence, most importantly, where you have your own place, you have your own car, you are settled in your career or with school. You're good when it comes to your resources. Your values are solidified, your morals are great here, and you know what it is that you want in life and how you can contribute to making it happen. This Nine of Pentacles card also is a self-promoter. So you also feel confident in yourself as well, and where you've come from and how it made you into a better person. And this Wheel of Fortune initiates that transformation. So you complete one major phase here, either in your career or with family or finances, as indicated by the Pentacle card, and you begin something new, or there's some healing even when it comes to your sacral chakra, as I'm feeling in your reading. So independence is the biggest thing for you to take away in the Nine of Pentacles. But I wanted to pull a chakra healing message for you, Vanita, because I was pulling some of the same cards from the previous reading to maybe help tie it all in together. The lesson you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges presented to you, Vanita, in the energy of this reading is love. Wow. Your third eye has the potential to be blocked, but I feel like it's a root chakra blockage. That is the biggest one for you. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and that includes yourself here. You have got to allow yourself to be vulnerable, Vanita. And in order to have good things, sometimes we have to get burned. And that is okay. What is not okay is repeating that same lesson. You're learning that here, especially when it comes to how you share your resources, your time, your energy, your money, and even your love. And by working on your root chakra, healing any security issues with money, healing any issues when it comes to your home or your family, taking care of your physical health here. It directly heals your third eye chakra, where you start being able to trust in the signs and synchronicities that you see. And it doesn't just become a coincidence, it becomes a clear sign from your higher power on what direction to go. And that's how you gain this level of independence in the Nine of Pentacles. Bonita, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right. Bonita says my root chakra may be blocked. Yeah, with this big old red here. See, this purple is like a light purple. It's not very dark. It's this red, and the red and the love that makes me feel that the root chakra is blocked. Also, because of the presence of the Nine of Wands in your energy, Bonita. Nine of Wands is to be defensive, defending things to the death, even like fighting for your life. That's a root chakra blockage here. You can, walk out in the grass, walk out and barefoot in the dirt, listening to nature, wearing red and carrying red and black protection stones helps heal the root chakra. All right. I see you, Brenda. I'm not sure if there was a delay or a lag in the comments, but I wanted to keep the flow of the reading going. And so, Brenda, we'll go ahead and do your reading. Thank you for being patient. P-Love, if you come back or if you're here, please let me know. Otherwise, Varsity K is going to be after Brenda. Brenda, thank you for joining me. Let's focus on your full moon in Scorpio tarot reading, the shadow of the soul, addressing your shadow's release, what you are meant to let go of in the full moon energy, your karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn with this release. Thank you very much, Positive for Life, for letting me know. Yes. Prince of Cups is at the bottom of your deck here, Brenda. So there is either some type of compromise that you're making with yourself or others, or some level of compassion, emotional support, or mending any type of burned bridges here, or fixing emotional misunderstandings may resonate with your full moon reading. Let's get started. So your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Wands. So sometimes, Brenda, you know what you want. You've convinced yourself that you're going to fight for it, but as soon as it's time to step up to the plate, we get scared and we back away. This is what you're meant to release in this full moon. This indecision between standing up for yourself and knowing that you are not asking for too much, whether it's from your romantic partners, your family, your friends, your employer. You are not asking for too much, and that your standards are reasonable and realistic. Be secure in that right versus having this indecision of the Two of Pentacles of, maybe I need to ask for a little bit more. Maybe I am asking for too much. And then you begin to settle. We are no longer settling here. This is what you are meant to release, that tendency to give up your needs for the wants of other people. Also, boundaries is playing a factor here for you, Brenda, in this reading. You are meant to release this inconsistency with yourself and other people, holding accountability when it comes to your boundaries. As it comes to yourself, you can say, For example, yeah, I'm starting my diet on Monday. Monday comes around, chocolate cake's looking real good. Yeah, next week. That's not holding your standards and your boundaries, holding yourself accountable. When it comes to other people, it seems easier because the wrongdoing is happening to us. They're crossing the boundary. You need to hold everyone accountable, and you can't expect other people on the outside to respect your boundaries if you're not doing it yourselves. No longer continue to be wishy-washy. Let that go. Your lesson that you're meant to learn with this release, Brenda. We've got the Knight of Swords clarified by the Strength card. Strength card is the 8th card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo. Leo could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If that sign doesn't resonate, Strength card is exactly that. Being strong, brave, and courageous with speaking up for yourself, even if you've got to put down that hammer. The Knight of Swords is someone who's intelligent and that has a sense of ingenuity, is very creative. This is someone that likes to gather facts, gather information, and they never get complacent when it comes to expanding their mind or their mental perceptions here. With the karmatic lesson of gaining that strength and courage of your words and your thoughts, you break this cycle of not holding your boundaries and holding yourself people accountable, and also you realize that you do not need to settle. 7 of Wands energy. Prince of Swords also gives you that ability to think quick on your feet. No longer will you hesitate. The energy of the 2 of Pentacles when it comes to either speaking up, making a decision here, giving some type of orders, or responding to people who do cross your boundaries. You go, no, you got one chance. Here's your warning. Next time, you got to go. You have to continue to practice these things to be able to learn this lesson here. And also be confident in yourself while doing this. Thank you, Brenda, so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. And look at there. Brenda's a Leo. Look at there. Listen, I know you better turn that Leo energy up. Leo is proud. You know, Leo is the biggest cheerleader. It is the sun. It is your personal identity, your individuality. You like to shine. So you need to take advantage of that Leo energy here. Not the low vibration of being arrogant and prideful, but, you know, be humble when you toot your own horn, okay? It's a balance. I've got, my sun is in the 5th house, which is a Leo house. So I've got a 5th house stellium also. And this full moon is happening in my Leo house. So I completely relate to this reading that I just gave to you. And Brenda says, I promise, Pinky, I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it. Okay. P-Love, are you back? Sometimes people get surprised when I tell them I have a Leo house stellium. I'm telling you, when I'm feeling really good about myself, I can be a bit narcissistic. I can take a good 200 selfies on a good hair day, a good brow day. Click, 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 click. All right, so P-Love does not appear to have returned. Varsity K, are you here? After Varsity K, Jade. Brenda says, you're right. It's my time to demand for more to myself and others. Yes. Yes. You are right. Okay. So still no P-Love. Let me mark this red so that when P-Love returns, P-Love can see that I had to skip them. Varsity K, are you here? Is my mic too loud? If my mic is too loud, y'all, let me know, because I did use it for a different event. Okay, no Varsity K. Jade, are you here? Alicia, are you here? I'll just keep going down the list until I can get somebody. No, Jade. Alicia, are you here? Sometimes my readings can be a bit long, Brenda. So people usually do leave, and that's fine. As long as they come back, it's understandable. Maybe connection problems, potentially. MJM is here. Okay, Alicia's not here. My cards are trying to flip over. Golden Moon, are you here? Sage is here. Alicia, Golden Moon, MJM is here. Okay, Sage is here. I don't know what's going on with my free reading list, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of my last two donors, if that's all right with you all. Sharonda is next, and then MJM, and those are my last two donors. Okay. Sharonda, are you here? Hey, Dewey991. Thank you so much for joining me. Both my free reading and my extended list are both closed. I do this every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and donations are not required, but they are appreciated. If you want to get a weekly free message, please do subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that you can be notified when I go live, because the free reading list is a first come, first service basis. All right. Sage is here, MJM is here, and Miss Centricity is here. All right, Sharonda. We're going to go ahead and look at your Shadow of the Soul reading, focusing on the shadow release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy, the karmatic lesson, and for your donation, your chakra healing message. Yes, that's what I want to see in a release. Yep. Potential throat chakra blockage. I'll be honest with you. I am seeing a potential blockage in the throat chakra represented by the color blue for you, Sharonda. Maybe a potential blockage in the root chakra represented by red, or sacral chakra represented by orange. I feel the strongest about the throat chakra though, but we'll see. If Spirit will let me choose a card tonight. Okay, Sharonda. Woo! Y'all, I just clicked this button and it took away all my windows. I almost had a heart attack. Wow. Let's not do that anymore. Sharonda, let's get started with your reading. So, your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy. We've got the Princess of Wands clarified by the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is that weight of the world on your shoulder, carrying around this grief, this resentment, this heavy burden that you something is wrong with you. Something's wrong with me. I always have to be under this pressure. I always have to go through these challenges here. I will always continue to struggle. And for that reason, I'm always starting over. I'm always exploring. I'm always, on the roam here, because I cannot get into a place of being settled. This is what you're letting go of here. in this energy. With the Princess of Wands, fire sign energy, and I know you're Leo rising. So this has something to do with your identity here, this release. You're learning to be fully comfortable in who you are here instead of having to change your identity like the Princess of Wands to fit the current environment. Instead, you put yourself in an environment and then you learn to adapt instead of transform and change completely against who you truly are. It is a burden to you to have to do that, to pretend to be something that you are not. And this is what you are releasing in this full moon in Scorpio energy. This is happening, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, in your fourth house of home and family here, Sharonda. And so the fourth house not only deals with those things, but it deals with our nurturing, how we feel loved, how we give love. Fourth house energy. The fourth house is ruled by Cancer, which is your sun sign. So we've got this need to feel nurtured, need to feel accepted by others. But the Leo energy is asking you to put that inward, accept yourself, and you will naturally find it more easier for you to connect with others that accept you as well. Let that go. So your karmatic lesson that's meant to be learned in this release, Sharonda, we've got the King of Swords clarified by the Fool. Fool is finally here. This Ten of Wands, it's a long time coming. Ten of Wands sucks. There's no good thing to say about it because there's so much burden, so much restriction on like your soul that it's hard to breathe. This Fool card energy is liberation for you, Sharonda, and it's all involving your throat chakra here with the King of Swords. This King of Swords is you evolving to be someone that has a master of how they communicate with others and how they let other people's words influence them, and also a master of our mind and our perceptions. You have your mindset on something, you don't get confused by what other people say. You see it in a certain way, you feel intuitively confident in your perceptions. You are not swayed by the opinion of naysayers on the outside. King of Swords is also an effective communicator. That means you're not always in the position of being the meek person, the one that's always listening, the passive aggressive person, waiting for other people to make decisions for you or to speak up first. You evolve into a King of Swords where you initiate that conversation. You tell people about yourself, you're proud about it. You tell people about the things that you want to do, where you've come from, and you're proud about it. But you also, are not afraid of speaking your truth here in the King of Swords. There are lessons in every aspect of life, and finally you are feeling more comfortable in what it is that you have to say by speaking your truth. It's liberating. Fool is liberating energy for you. So I did feel a potential blockage in the root chakra as indicated by the heaviness of the fire energy in your release. There could even be a potential blockage in the sacral chakra for you. Maybe even throat chakra, because you're supposed to be in the King of Swords, and if you're not there yet, that will show as a blockage. So the lesson, Sharonda, that you're meant to learn in this reading, root chakra, the very first one that I saw, the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wand energy usually is followed by a root chakra blockage. When you feel like you're carrying the weight of that world on your shoulder, that's when your base chakra is shut down here. If you are, supporting yourself, supporting others, taking care, of other people's children like you do, and you're like the Energizer bunny, you're going, and you're going to break down here. Death is your lesson, Sharonda. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings here. Liberation, Sharonda. Death card is the 13th card in tarot representing the sign of Scorpio. And this is a Scorpio full moon reading, boo. And you are transforming transforming. You are taking on this energy like no other. And Spirit is proud of you. I am proud of you. And so let it happen. You know, whatever has to come through, whatever falls through, whatever you feel moved to say, to blog about, to write about, to speak in your own words, you need to do it here. Liberation. You're already there, and you should be proud. Thank you, Sharonda, so very much for your patience, your donation, and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that reading a lot. A whole lot. Miss Eccentricity says, wow, Spirit is on it. I often feel like an outsider in my daily life. I got into a debate with my coworker and I couldn't formulate my thoughts. See, that King of Swords energy. When you evolve into King of Swords energy, it's nothing. It's nothing for it to come into your thoughts. I knew what I wanted to say, but I got intimidated and said nothing. I was backed into a corner. I know I have ways to go in becoming assertive. Yes, you do, but you're getting there. That 10 of Wands is what is being released. After the 10 is the Ace. Ace of Wands is manifestation. It's the Wand and the Magician card energy. And the Magician has control here, and you are much closer than you think. All you need is that right person at that right time to talk about that right subject, and people will forget that you are Cancer Sun and see nothing but Leo rising. And I do not want to be on the receiving end of that. You are very welcome. Hey, Golden Moon. Golden Moon has a family emergency. Golden Moon, do me a favor. You can either email me so that I can have your email to send you a message, because this chat is going to go away. okaasanstarot@gmail.com, or if you follow me on Facebook, my personal or business page, or Instagram, let me know your Golden Moon from YouTube and you need your reading so I have somewhere to send it. Okay, I'll definitely take care of that for you. Hey, Alicia. I was going through my free reading list, but nobody was here. So I went ahead and moved on to my donor list. But I did skip you, but I skipped a couple people. All right. All right, MJM is next. All right, MJM. I'm going to burn some wood. I've been so busy this week. This full moon has really, people have really needed guidance. I've been so busy this week. So I need to burn some wood. All right. Hey, Playboy Bunny. Yes, both my free and extended lists are closed, but I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications to get the double white lines to be notified when I go live, join in on Thursdays. The free list is a first come first service basis. Hey, GC. I go back and forth. So I do some people on the donation extended list and then some people on the free list. I am not doing the free list readings right now. I'm taking care of the last person on the extended list here, GC. So yes, you are coming up on the free reading list. I am just not pulling names from that list at this time. For anybody who has just recently joined, who have been here, everyone whose reading is done is marked in green. Everyone who has been skipped will be red. If you are on the free reading list, I understand if you have to leave. I just ask that you return before I sign off. Okay? All right, MJM is next. And let me mark Golden Moon because Golden Moon needs to go. Yes, GC. MJM is next, and I just marked that one green. I apologize for the confusion. All right, MJM, thank you so much for being patient. Let's get started with your reading. We are going to be looking at your full moon in Scorpio energy, your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of in this energy, the karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn, and for your donation, your chakra healing message. If you're wondering why I blow on the cards, one of my mentors told me that if you blow on the cards after doing several readings in a row, it helps disperse the energy. Also, why I wanted to burn wood, and I got my sage here too in case it gets too much. I would not be surprised if a king or queen showed up in your lesson. That would be a good thing. What is this? Wow. That's Ten of Cups at the bottom. I don't feel like you have a major blockage right now, MJM. If anything, there's a potential blockage in the throat chakra, as indicated by the cards in your lesson. Maybe even a potential blockage in your heart chakra. So I'm looking for blue or green, but we'll see what it is. Okay. MJM, thank you again for your donation. Let's get started with your reading. So your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of in this full moon energy. We have two page cards, the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So in tarot, page represents someone that does not have a lot of experience, someone that is immature, someone that is just starting out, like a new start, a fresh beginning. It's something new, something that needs some time to grow, and it's time for you to grow. And you are releasing this level of I don't know, or using your inexperience in anything where this resonates as an excuse or reason to either perpetuate a cycle of toxicity or scarcity, or as an excuse to not take on more responsibilities in your life. The low vibration energy of the Princess of Pentacles is someone that has an inability to learn, being in a place of complacency, or underestimating your ability to retain this information or to accept things that are different than your own perspective. The low vibration Princess of Wands energy that you are releasing is this anxious feeling and the need to constantly start over, or this need to explore into different areas without getting settled here. So it's funny because it's conflicting energy, but it makes sense. So you're releasing, MJM, this hot-headedness, this tendency to be impatient, to be impulsive here, the tendency to put in a lot of your energy into relationships and places without checking to see if it's even worth your time or money. And with the Prince of Pentacles, you are releasing this state of complacency, where you have fixed ideas and fixed perceptions, and it is very hard for you to look at things from a different perspective and creatively to come up with new ideas. Whatever it is, you're evolving, you're growing up, because it's the page energy that is being released. Your old ways, your childhood ways, anything that you used to do years ago that was some type of bad habit is what is being released here. So the lesson, the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn in this energy, we've got the Eight of Cups clarified by the Princess of Swords, another page energy. There are only 4 pages in the tarot deck, a page for each element, and you're only missing the Page of Cups here. So as a lesson to be learned, it is walking away from, broken ideas. Instead of, trying to invest your time and your energy into something that is futile, you speak up, you're open and honest with yourself, and you come up with something new here, and you either transform it or you abandon it completely for something or someone that is better with the Eight of Cups. You are learning also, MJM, to be more comfortable on this journey here. You're learning to be more comfortable in separations when there is some type of change, or when you realize that someone is not growing in the rate that you are growing, and it's holding you back as an anchor. Being open and honest and speaking up for yourself in the Princess of Swords energy is what lesson you're meant to learn. Yeah, I would not be surprised if there was a throat chakra blockage because of this Princess of Swords energy. So I'm looking for blue and I'm looking for green. But moving on is the big thing to take away from this karmatic lesson. Don't stay stuck. Don't try to work with things that don't work. Learn something new. High vibration Princess of Pentacles. Feel comfortable in the fact that you are beginning something new, or that you are not as experienced, instead of trying to either avoid a responsibility or fake it till you make it. And then also feeling comfortable with speaking up for yourself in the Princess of Swords energy. So MJM, the lesson that you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges presented to you in this reading is empathy. It's your third eye that's blocked. Actually, you may have your root chakra may be more blocked than your third eye. Do you see how big this red circle is? It's like it's catching me. It's something about your inability to trust in your intuition, the state of confusion about multiple areas of your life. It keeps you from being able to see the bigger picture in a lot of things. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation here, and that's what I was saying. You're releasing the tendency to not be open to new ideas or open to new responsibilities here. And with empathy, you've got to be empathetic to yourself as well. Maybe you're holding on to some type of grief or resentment from the decisions you made in the past, thinking that you have not grown up. You have got to realize that you made the best decisions for yourself at that time. Now that you've matured, you see it in a different light, but that's the past is in the past here. Move forward. Root chakra blockage is dangerous, because once your root chakra becomes blocked, it starts shutting down your other primary chakras. And so please do take care of your physical health, MJM. Walking out in nature, especially walking barefoot, like in the grass or in the dirt and sand, that helps heal root chakra blockages. Eating, getting good rest, your physical body, and also wearing the color red and carrying black and red protection stones will help as well. And by healing the root chakra blockage, you will heal the potential blockage in the third eye, and you begin trusting in the synchronicities that your higher power will send you, so that you stay on that path of maturity instead of going back into that page energy. MJM, thank you very much for your donation and for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. MJM says, I really need to career-wise. Yes. I'm doing a release today, as a matter of fact. Good. Yes. You are already on track. And you're getting nostalgic. Okay. Yes. Carnelian and red jasper. I love carnelian for root chakra and sacral chakra blockages. The third eye has a potential for blockage, so add a little bit of amethyst into that mix as well. Sleep with it or have it by your nightstand as you sleep. Third eye tends to cleanse a lot, and while we're in our subconscious state, while we're asleep. All right. So Golden Moon had to leave. GC is next. After GC, I'll take care of Alicia. Alicia has returned. Jade and Varsity K, I had to skip you. If you've returned, please let me know so that I can keep up with the list. All right. GC, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. I truly appreciate your patience. We are going to be looking at your Shadow of the Soul reading for the full moon in Scorpio energy. I'm focusing on what your shadow release is, what you're meant to let go of in this energy, your karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn from this release. Hey, Savannah, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. I saw the Six of Cups. Wow. Wow, yes. I saw the Ace of Cups. I really hope it comes out too. I'll take it. That's close enough. That's close enough. Hangman is at the bottom. Okay. I would not be surprised, GC, if you had a blockage in your heart chakra. Heart chakra blockage includes feeling of unworthiness, feeling as if you're not getting enough love and emotional support, absences of a romantic partner, even if you are coupled, something wrong in the relationship. And also a sign of a blockage in your heart chakra, GC, is an inability to unconditionally love ourselves and others. So please do, if any of those things are resonating with you, you very well could have a blockage in your heart chakra. Rose quartz is like the go-to for healing heart chakra. Incredibly easy to find. I like to use green stones also for my heart chakra. So do check that out. So we'll get started with your full moon reading. Your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon in Scorpio energy, GC. We've got the Five of Cups clarified by the Nine of Wands. I definitely want to see cards like this in a full moon release because it's heavy. Five of Cups is guilt. It's emotional disappointment. It's holding on to all of those times where people who told you that they loved you unconditionally betrayed you or hurt you. This is also times where you are not accepting of yourself, where you look at your shadow side and you look at your weaknesses and vulnerabilities and you just keep shoving it up underneath the rug instead of releasing and healing this. And there may be a need to grieve for something as well with the Five of Cups. The Nine of Swords is this worrying that you're going to continue on this cycle of a lack of love, a lack of nurturing, and a lack of care here, and that you will continue to be disappointed by the people that are most important to you, and you will have a challenging time getting your heart's desires. Nine of Swords is asking you to release that state of mental paranoia, of worrying about the absolute worst case scenario, causing you to have sleepless nights and to be doubtful with every decision that you make here. There's a tendency to walk on eggshells with this energy, and Spirit wants you to let that go. Five of Cups is like crying over spilled milk. There is not anything that you can do to change the past. And yes, you may have allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough to be taken advantage of emotionally, but you do not have to continue on that cycle. You will come in contact contact with people that love you genuinely, that support your professional and personal growth, and that will not hurt you. This cycle will not continue. If you are holding on to any type of resentment from some past emotional connection, GC, Spirit is asking you to let that go. If you don't feel like that the other entity, person, place, or thing deserves forgiveness, at least at a minimum, forgive yourself for allowing you to be even in that situation. Let it go. Your karmatic lesson, GC, that you're meant to learn in this release. And the reason why I was looking for Ace of Cups energy, and we've got the Princess of Cups, which is just as good, and the Star, which is showing that you're sick and tired of this energy. This is old. You really would prefer not to be in this way, but you are so used to being in that cycle that it is hard for you. The time for healing has come, and the Star card is healing. You get a renewed sense of faith in humanity, that people do care, and there are nice people out here, good bosses, loyal friendships, and committed romantic partners. You also begin to have a healing connection with your higher power. You may be feeling like, the universe is always screwing you over, sending you these things that abuse you in some sense. But now your faith is renewed, and your connection with your ancestors and spirit guides becomes stronger with the Star card energy. And then this Princess of Cups is you being vulnerable and open to allowing love and support to come into your life. And you also begin to learn to love and treat yourself with the Princess of Cups energy. That's why I was looking for Ace of Cups, because Ace of Cups, GC, is like new love, new sense of self, new appreciation for yourself. But with the Princess of Cups, you get that Ace of Cups energy, but now there's other people that are involved, because the page represents people. Okay? GC, I appreciate you so very much for being patient as you wait your turn on the free reading list. And I really do hope to see you next Thursday. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Yanni. I've been coming every time and it's closed. Yes, Yanni. I apologize, but I am usually completely booked within like the first 15 minutes of me going live, which is why I do suggest that people turn on their notifications, because it is a first come, first service basis. If you know you cannot be here on the dot, you can submit a donation to get a guaranteed weekly reading, and you're not required to be at the live reading. You also can feel free to book a private consultation if that is more convenient for you. It is the month of May. I don't think I did a giveaway in April, and I have a new moon petition. So if you or anyone else needs a free full private consultation, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I'll be posting the details for the next giveaway within the next 48 hours. You are so very welcome, GC. Okay, Alicia, are you still here? Hey, Savannah, if you're still here, Savannah, since you are new to my channel, my weekly readings are theme-based. So I do not allow specific questions unless that is the theme for that reading. If you would like to ask a specific question, you would have to book a private consultation. The theme of this reading is in the details of the video. Alicia, are you here? Spiritual Warrior, are you here? I know Sage is still here. All right, Spiritual Warrior is here. I thank you so much for being patient. Spiritual Warrior, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So I'm focusing all on my free reading list. I'm completely done with my extended list for the live reading. Spiritual Warrior, let's focus on your full moon and Scorpio reading, Shadow of the Soul, what you're meant to release with this energy, and the karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn during this release. I would not be surprised if you had a root or sacral chakra blockage, especially root, spiritual warrior. What's the lesson of the spiritual warrior? And I would not be surprised if the Empress or the Temperance card came out in your lesson. What is the spiritual warrior meant to learn with this release? Oh, I have a reversal because ten of swords, which means there's some cord cutting involved in this release that you're having here. I have a reversal, and I don't usually read reversals because I interpret the high and low vibration. But because this card came out in the reverse, I will interpret it in the reverse. All right, spiritual warrior, let's get started. Your shadow release of what you're meant to let go of with the full moon of Scorpio energy. We've got the Nine of Wands clarified by the Emperor card energy. So Emperor is the fourth card in tarot, representing the sign of Aries, spiritual warrior. Aries could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If that sign doesn't resonate, what you are meant to release is the need to be in control of everything. You don't like chance. You don't like spontaneity. You don't like to just wait on the divine here. You're meticulous. You need to know when, where, what, why, and how, because it gives you the sense of security that if something doesn't go right, it will only be my fault. And if things do, and if things go wrong, you know, it's because I controlled that. You've got to let that go. The Emperor energy in the low vibration has power struggles. Either they have problems with authority, either don't like to be given instructions, like do not like to be corrected, or they just simply do not trust in other people to do what they're very good at doing. You've got to let that go. A spiritual warrior, there's an imbalance in your masculine and feminine energies, which is why I was looking for the Empress energy and the Temperance card in your lesson, because it's out of balance. When you are in a more masculine energetic state, you're always in inertia. You're always in control. You're always making demands. You're always telling people what to do. You're always fixing things. You're always on the go. You need to take on some of that feminine energy and finding, time to ask people for help, delegate duties. Learn to be served, learn to be helped, learn to accept assistance, and learning to rest and take a break. With this release, Spirit wants you to adopt those things as well. And the Nine of Wands is asking you to not be so defensive. You do not need to, defend your position or defend yourself to the death, and you don't have to use an abuse of power or an abuse of information or position to prove that you're either right, that you're good at what you do, or that what you have to say is valuable and important. Let that go. So the karmatic lesson that is meant to be learned here, we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse, clarified by the Hangman. So spiritual warrior, I don't usually read reversals. And Queen of Wands is fire sign energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So there's definitely some type of fire that's being activated by the full moon in Scorpio energy. The Queen of Wands is in the reverse. And then we have the Hangman, which is telling me that there's a challenge with you being able to learn this lesson. And I say that because where you're supposed to be, that energy came out in reverse, which means it's being delayed or there's a slowdown with you being able to be in this energy. And then the Hangman literally is the card of delay, being hung up. You need to look at things from a different perspective. Look at other people's opinion. Look at, that things can work well and go well with a different perspective than your own. Hangman also is a renewal of faith here, and that's exactly what you need, especially when you're relinquishing this control in the Emperor card. The Queen of Wands in reverse as a karmatic lesson to be learned is you being in a high vibration Queen of Wands energy. That's where you're supposed to be. So you're being asked to let go of this need to laugh at your mistakes and your pain here, hiding the need for some type of healing. You're being asked to let go of this impulsive attitude of, either speaking before you think, making decisions before you have all the facts and information, especially when you're triggered. Fire energy triggered here. When you get hot, you may have a tendency to act out of character. This is also a lesson that you're meant to learn. And with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Wands, in the reverse, you are meant to learn this lesson of adopting this feminine energy, and your feminine queen energy is in the reverse. So you need a break. Queen of Wands also has a tendency to stay busy here, never taking a break, never resting, doesn't like a delay, going, but you get burned out. There very well could be a blockage in your root or your sacral chakra here. Okay, so spiritual warrior, don't resist it, because what happens in this energy is spirit will send you lessons in which you have no choice but to relinquish control. There could be something that you're manifesting or you're working on that may suddenly slow down or come to a halt, and that's because spirit is trying to teach you something. And this very well could apply in more than one area of your life, but the masculine and feminine energies are completely out of balance, and your feminine energy even came out in reverse here in your spread. So do take care. Again, signs of blockages in the root chakra include fight or flight, safety and security, inability to recover from illnesses, being physically weak. There may even be a sacral chakra blockage also. A sign of a blockage in the sacral chakra include a lack of confidence. You on the outside may look good, but on the inside, you know it's a facade. It also can be an inability to be brave and face our fears. And so there's definitely some things that you need to work on here in those areas, spiritual warrior. And don't resist it. Don't resist this release that needs to happen in this energy. Thank you, spiritual warriors, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Okay. Spiritual warrior says it totally resonates. I appreciate your time. You are very welcome. I will tap more into my spiritual gifts to see. It is impacting several areas, and I definitely need to release control. Yes. And I'm also very guilty because I'm Mars Pluto dominant. And it's a false sense of security, this need to have control, and there's really freedom in ignorance. There's some freedom in the unknown when you have no choice but to walk out in faith. And when you do open that door, spiritual warrior, you will be surprised at how smooth the process continues to go, although you aren't in control. Hey P Love, let's go ahead and get your reading. Thank you for coming back. P-Love, we're going to go ahead and look into your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy, and the karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn with this release. Hey Sage, thank you for letting me know you're still here. Prince of Cups felt like showing his face. That's why the Prince of Cups felt like showing its face. I could have put him back. P-Love, I would not be surprised if there was a blockage in the root or heart chakra for you, especially since the Prince of Cups decided to jump out of my deck. So let's get started with your reading. Your shadow release. What you are meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, P-Love. We've got the Seven of Swords clarified by the King of Wands. So a King of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. You might have a throat chakra blockage, actually, now that I'm trying to talk. So you can have a fire sign in your sun, moon, or rising. If that doesn't resonate, you are meant to release the low vibration energy of the King of Wands. And this is literally, these two cards literally are the combination of the Cowardly Lion. Every time I see the Seven of Swords, I see the Lion and the Wizard of Oz. That's what I see when I see the Seven of Swords. You have got to release this frailness here. You've got to release, the tendency not to be honest with yourself and others. You have got to release the tendency not to face your fears. You need to gain more courage to be brave here, to speak up and to share your opinions and your ideas with others. Low vibration energy of the King of Wands is someone that has a tendency to make a joke out of everything that goes wrong in their life, and they laugh at their pain instead of looking at it from a serious perspective and realizing that they need to do some inner healing. A King of Wands also is a naturally charismatic person, and because they have high energy, they attract a lot of options. But with those options, it can be a sign of inner confusion because you either cannot make up your mind and you do not want to settle, or you're having all of these options to, again, avoid this healing. The low vibration energy of the King of Wands can also be very harsh, very impulsive, abrasive, and can definitely suffer a lot of ego wounds, especially with the Seven of Swords. A spirit wants you to be honest with yourself and with others, and to face fear, with courage and confidence in the Seven of Swords. And definitely when it comes to speaking your truth, you need to be more courageous with the things that you have to share, using your throat chakra. So P-Love, the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn with this release of this energy, we've got the Queen of Cups clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Cups jumped out, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, same as the Queen of Cups, but that's about compassion here. You are going to evolve into the Queen of Cups energy, even if you do not have water in your sun, moon, or rising. The Queen of Cups is a self-mastery of our emotions and our emotional well-being. A Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very empathetic. She definitely is used to making sacrifices for the benefit of others, and she's someone that is nurturing. It's like the mother energy of tarot. Queen is self-control. You are evolving to be able to provide yourself that emotional support, that emotional nurturing here. You are evolving to learn to have a balance over your emotions as well, because the Queen of Cups in the low vibration can suffer from loneliness and depression, and when they don't have that interaction or that reciprocity when it comes to your emotional connections. But this takes time, P-Love, here, to be able to control your inner emotions. Some things you cannot help, especially if you do have water in your sun, moon, or rising. Cancer, because it's ruled by the moon, I'm Cancer rising, so I can relate to this, but your emotions change just like the phases of the moon. And there's just some things that you cannot help, but you can master how you handle, a down day. Instead of withdrawing, being in the covers, staying away from people that care about you or doing the things that you like, you instead force yourself to do things that would normally make you happy and bring you joy. In the absence of emotional support from other people, P-Love, you are meant to learn to give yourself that support so that there is no void and you do not feel empty when you are not within the company of other people. The Prince of Pentacles is patience and dedication and hard work. It is the slowest moving prince in the deck, which means that it will take some time, and you need to learn to be more patient and compassionate with yourself, Queen energy, first and foremost. This King of Wands energy is fire. We got fire and water, like a hot and cold type of energy. So maybe you're like an extroverted introvert, and so there's a conflict between your needs and your wants at times, and this is something that you'll learn to get a hold of and get in more control of with this release here. P-Love, I want to thank you so very much for coming back to get your card message, for your patience, and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. P-Love says, damn, this is depressing. No, it doesn't have to be depressing. Virgo sun and Aries moon. Aries moon. I am learning with my research, when I do my astrology, that people with Aries moon have a hard time. Something about that moon is not comfortable. If you're into astrology, I definitely suggest that you check out your chart. Look at your moon sign, look at your Aries moon, and see what type of connections that it's making. If you have any hard aspects to your moon, like a conjunction or a square or an opposition to Venus, Saturn, and Chiron, this could be an indication of this issue when it comes to your feelings here. It's different. I'm not doing a good job at explaining this, but I've learned that people that have Aries moons, it usually there's some type of conflict with their getting their needs and their wants met. You either have one and not the other at times in your life. Yes, Pila says, yes, I'm mad at everything. Yeah, that's why that Queen of Cups energy is there, because and in the Knight of Pentacles, because it takes time. It takes time. Okay. Definitely check your chart. I can tell you without looking at your chart that Chiron is transiting the sign of Aries, and it may be sitting directly on your moon, which triggers that abandonment, that need for nurture, that need for support, that need for a hug. You just need a hug, P-Love. Chiron is the wound healer, and the moon is your emotions. And when Chiron is sitting on your moon, it's bringing up all that old stuff here. So I can understand why you're feeling a bit frustrated in this energy. Definitely check astrology, and if you need any help with your chart, find me, email me at Gmail, or find me on social media, and we'll look at it together. Okay. I would definitely. Where's my pen? I have some work to do, P-Love, and I'm going to add you to my petition for this healing, because it will be good. I will do some root work for you after the moon's void right now, but after the void, I will be doing my root work, and I will add you to my petition and prayer, P-Love, to help do some healing with your energy. All right, Lauren, are you still here? Carol, are you still here? I'm working. What you need? Okay. Okay. Hey, Maya. Hey, Alicia. You're fine. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading, Alicia. Okay. Alicia, thank you for coming back. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. We're going to be looking at your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy, and the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn with this release. I saw the Wheel of Fortune. And the High Priestess. Woo. Hey, wow. I have got to let you see these cards. I never noticed this. I have to let you see these cards. That's pretty cool. I would not be surprised if a sword card energy came up in your lesson. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, as soon as I picked up the cards, the Queen of Cups jumped out and I just put in. But here she is right now. All right. Alicia, let's get started. So look at these cards. Is there a glare? Come on, adjust for me, camera. There we go. Look at that. Can you see that? They're the same. They're the same pose. Do you see that? I never noticed that. But whatever it is that you are releasing is bringing you back into balance, is what message I'm getting with this image. It's like, you know, carefree or something here. Like you kind of just accept things, going with the flow, you know, letting the wind roll off your back, letting whatever negativity roll off your back. There's like this like release type of thing here. It's bringing you back into like a state of balance. So Alicia, your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the Six of Swords clarified by the Four of Wands. Whatever it is, you've completed a major lesson, a part of your spiritual ascension, because the Four of Wands is my personal 1111 card. You also may be completing and releasing some things involving soulmates or maybe even a twin flame with the 1111 energy. A Six of Swords is asking you to release the inability to compromise or to accept the ideas or the words of other people here. You are learning to find solutions to your problems where there's a win-win, you know, outcome on all sides. And sometimes that does require you to give up either a certain perspective or a certain type of idea or plan that you had in mind. You're merging the two together in harmony. Either you are releasing the need to control over or have some type of dominance, is what Spirit is telling me, over words or over conversations here. And you, in a sense, you get this mental confusion, this worry, and this doubt, you know, after you've had this conversation, then you start to question yourself instead of things going through your head first and then your mouth, bringing back that state of balance here in the Six of Wands. And with the Four of Wands, You are meant to release anything that poses a crack in your foundation of life, anything that threatens your joy, your happiness, your emotional stability here, and your mental stability with the Six of Swords that you are meant to release. But a lot of that has to do with the karma connected in the Six of Swords energy. Six of Swords is a responsibility with our speech, a responsibility with our thoughts. And if you think a certain way, but then you speak in the opposite, there's a confusion even in your own energy, whether it comes to your plans, what you want to do in your career, or what you want to do for yourself personally. You need your mind to be on the same page as the words that you speak. And this will also help you find solutions with your own problems, because those things that were in opposition to you do not bother you anymore. You don't feel the need to fight for or dominate an area. You're okay with adapting to another energy and merging them together for new solutions. Four of Wands is good. And then the Six of Swords is like also a journey. So this is something that you've worked on for a while that you're releasing here. The karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn, Alicia, with this release. We've got the Queen of Cups clarified by the Six of Wands. So you have a healthy sense of pride and ego here. The Queen of Cups brings in that element of compassion, that love, that acceptance here. With the Queen of Cups, you learn to be more nurturing in the words that you say. Maybe you say things, with tact and maybe a little bit less abrasive here. Also, when it comes to your mind, when you know or feel yourself going left field, you will check out and find things and involve yourself in things that are relaxing to you. Queen of Cups energy. With the Six of Wands, this is how you receive your accolades. This is how you gain the attention, by being in the Queen of Cups energy. Instead of being in this power struggle in the energy that needs to be released, if you approach these things, or you approach yourself in a more gentle and compassionate way, people will start taking you more seriously. They listen to what you say. They don't just do it out of fear of, a retaliation or argument. They do it because they genuinely understand where you're coming from, because how you have presented it. You present it in a more nurturing, loving way. So naturally, of course, they're going to follow along with you, because they believe that you have the best intentions in mind. As this relates specifically to you, you need to be in the Queen of Cups energy ultimately. You are learning practicing the art of self-care. Queen energy is within, inner energy. And also you're gaining control over your emotions. You're not triggered here by your thoughts or words of other people, and it does not sway you into impulsively making decisions because of your current emotional state. And you become victorious in this method with the Six of Wands as well. Alicia, thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Hey Jennifer, I thought you were gone. Thank you so much, Alicia. Hey Jade, Jade has come back. Sage is still here. Lauren, have you returned? Jennifer, you can leave. I had already marked you on my list to send you your reading. If you would like to stay, that's completely up to you. But if you need to leave, it is okay. I will send you your reading because of your situation. All right, Jade, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. All right, Jade, we're going to be focusing on your shadows release what you're meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, and the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn in that release. Wow. I'm looking at this Emperor card, and I'm like, I would not be surprised if the Empress energy would come out in your karmatic lesson, because I said it in the last reading, and I did not say it in this reading. And here it is. There is an imbalance in your masculine and feminine energies, Jade, like big time. You are more in the masculine energy than your feminine, and you've got to get that balance. Your shadow release, the lesson, what you are meant to let go of with the full moon in Scorpio energy, Jade. We've got the Emperor card clarified by the Knight of Cups. So the Emperor, fourth card in tarot, representing the sign of Aries. Aries may be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. And the Prince of Cups is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If none of those signs resonate with you, this is exactly the message that I just gave you. Emperor is the masculine, the father energy, the dominant energy, the militant energy, to be in control here. You've got to release that need to be involved in every single aspect of life. Relationships don't operate like a business. Sometimes businesses don't operate like a business. Things happen, people change. You cannot always control everything. It really is a false sense of security, the need to be in control, or the need to assert a dominance here, or to have this position of authority. You know, you can still be authoritative. You can still be important if you're in the backseat and more, you know, on the passive side in your feminine energy. The Prince of Cups is balance, is emotional balance and compassion here. It is the card of offering. So if people are offering you help and service, if people are offering you love and support, you can't just push it away in anger. And if they want to help you, you cannot, you know, control or dictate how they help you. As long as it's not crossing any boundaries, and as long as your end goal is being met, you can accept that help. And just because it does not go in your way or in your plan does not mean that the idea will not work out in your highest good. Find that balance of when you are in control and when you are not. Let go. So the lesson, karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn, Jade, by releasing this, here's the Empress card clarified by the Seven of Wands. So the Empress is the third card in tarot. So you got the fourth card in what you need to release, maybe a false sense of security by having authority or power over something, and adopt the state of abundance and creativity in the third card, the Empress in tarot, and start nurturing the feminine side and energies in your aura. Feminine energy is resting, it's self-care, it is receiving love, letting people assist you here. And the Empress card as a lesson is that you realize how much you still have even when you let go of power and control. It is the card of abundance. And with the equal balance of masculine and feminine, you learn that you can get a lot more accomplished in the energy of the Seven of Wands than only with one energy. A Seven of Wands is saying that you are learning to take up for yourself in a healthy way. Instead of with force or control, you do it with compassion, nurturing, and empathy in the energy of the Empress card, that feminine energy. you can still get your way. You can have people, you know, follow your ideas and march to the beat of your drum. But if you change your approach to doing that, you'll get a lot more accomplished. As it concerns your boundaries as well, maybe you will feel you have to defend yourself, which is why you hold on to that Emperor energy that needs to be released. If you are feeling comfortable and secure in the boundaries that you set, you will not always need to fight to defend those, and you can allow yourself to be vulnerable, Empress energy, and to letting people in with the Seven of Wands. So definitely find a balance in the masculine and feminine energy. This sometimes happens with root chakra blockages and heart chakra blockages. So check that energy as well. Thank you, Jade, so very much for your patience, for coming back and joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. All right. So Sage is still here. Christine is still here. And Larissa is still here. Hey, Christine. Okay, I see you. Lauren is not here. She was not feeling good, so that's understandable. Carol, are you still here? Dr. Sean Ricks, are you still here? Larissa is still here. Carol, Sean, if you're still here, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Larissa. Okay, Carol is here. So I will do Carol's reading first to go in the order that it was received, and then we'll take care of Larissa. Dr. Ricks may be asleep. Okay, Carol, thank you so much for being patient. Let's get started with your reading. We're looking into your shadows release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, and the karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn with this release. No. I saw the Seven of Swords. I saw the Wheel of Fortune also. I would not be surprised, Carol, if you had a blockage in your throat chakra. Signs of a blockage in the throat chakra includes anxiety, worry, insomnia, also an inability to be open and honest with people, difficulties in conversations, and just overall mental confusion here. Let's get started with your reading. Carol, your shadow release, what you are meant to let go of with the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the Empress card clarified by the Two of Swords. A codependent attachments is what you are meant to release here, Carol. There's a tendency to want to save people, rescue people, take care of people, you know, instead of letting others learn lessons themselves, or for them to experience, you know, the consequences of their actions. Instead, you provide, you know, a level of love and nurturing and support that either prevents the people that you care about from being able to grow and mature from learning from their own mistakes, or just overall becomes smothering and overprotective. There's sometimes you want to get out of that mode, and then others it's difficult with the Two of Swords. You may feel also that you have a hard time being able to break away from codependent attachments. Anything that fills a void, or where something is relying heavily on the other. You have options. You do not need to be confused. And if it is time for you to speak up to something or someone into your life and let them know, hey, you're your own individual, or hey, this is not my company, I am only the worker, you know, I am not meant to do everything, cut me some slack. or someone that you care about, that you're emotionally connected to. You may have to have that conversation of tough love, that I understand I fostered this environment, but it can no longer continue. It's time for you to speak up here. Also, Carol, I'm hearing a message of what needs to be released. And with the feminine energy here, there could be a tendency to be very passive at times and feeling like you do not have a say so in some things that happen in your life. You have got to speak up, Carol, for yourself, wherever this is resonating, and you cannot continue to allow other people to either make decisions on your behalf or to easily influence you with their words to make you worry or doubt whatever it is that you had initially planned to do. Empress energy also, the third card in tarot, it represents the sign of Libra. So Libra could be in your sun, moon, or rising here, Carol, especially with this air sign card present. So the karmatic lesson that you're meant to learn with this release, we've got the energy of the King of Swords clarified by the Magician. You are in control, Carol. You are in charge, and you need to learn to evolve and be in the energy of the King of Swords. Air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, could be in your chart, but if not, the King of Swords is an effective communicator. The King of Swords doesn't really care about how people see them or what people think about him. He will speak his truth, even if his voice shakes, even if he feels that he will be judged. King of Swords will speak up. This is where you need to be. The King of Swords also is an effective listener as well as an initiator of thoughts and ideas. And so instead of being completely passive by not being involved, you're just listening and other people make the plans and decisions, you do an equal of both here. The King of Swords also has a mastery of his mind. Instead of you being lost in your thoughts, going left field down the rabbit hole, and now being stuck in worry and confusion, you've mastered this in the King of Swords energy. And now when you feel yourself getting worried or confused, you will learn to take a break from it here to gather your energy back and become centered. That is how you use your power of manifestation in the Magician card here. That is how you gain back control. That is also how you are able to use the law of attraction. Right now, Carol, you may have a tendency to attract things that you do not need, but it is teaching you to be more in this King of Swords energy. And then you also are able to manifest things of your highest good instead of things that perpetuate a toxic cycle. Thank you, Carol, so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Jennifer. There are people in the red that have left are coming back. So I've had to jump around on the free reading list. But Larissa is next. Sean is not here. She's probably asleep. Larissa's next. So we are on number 14 of the free reading list. Sage is still here. After Larissa is Sage. Davis H, I'm not sure is here. Lizelle, I'm not sure is here. Maya was here earlier. Christine was here earlier. And then we have you, Jennifer. Okay, David is here. All right, David. Thank you so much for being patient. You've been quiet. You have been quiet. All right, Larissa is next. Huh. Let me shuffle. I'm just shuffling the cards. I've had so many readings today, in addition to my live feed. All right, Larissa, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. We are going to be looking at your shadow of the soul, full moon and Scorpio reading, addressing what is meant to be released with the full moon energy, and then the karmatic lesson that you are learning with this release. Hmm. Yes. Wow. You have 2 8s on both sides, Larissa. 8th card in tarot is the strength card representing the sign of Leo. 8th card is strength, courage, bravery here. And it's coming in on both sides with that number 8. 8 in numerology is also karma. It's the infinity symbol sideways, and it is also an energy for abundance here. Take these messages as they resonate. So, your shadow release, Larissa, what you are meant to let go of in the full moon is Scorpio energy. We've got the 8 of Wands clarified by the 10 of Swords. You are meant to no longer hesitate and leave relationships and environments that no longer serve you. A 10 of Swords, 10 is completion, but the 10 of Swords is yuck. Whatever it is that you're dealing with that causes you the stress of the sword card energy, that makes you either argumentative, where you have to defend yourself, or with words that confuses you, makes your head hurt, makes you mentally angry and frustrated, you need to let it go. A 10 of Swords usually comes with some level of pain or grief. So whatever it is that you are may be hesitating leaving causes you this pain or this grief, and for whatever reason it's still challenging for you to move forward with this energy. You already know that this is not the place, whatever this is, or relationship that you need to be in. You already know that this mindset or this perception that you have is old news. So do not hesitate. 8 of Wands is quick thinking, quick moving, a quick exchange of information, lots of communication. It even is involving travel and commuting. Do not hesitate and cutting off your opportunities to experience all the good things that the 8 of Wands energy can bring. 10 of Swords, some level of toxicity is there here, and you need to release yourself from this situation, no matter how difficult that conversation that needs to be had will be. Let that go. Larissa, the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn with this release, we've got the 8 of Cups clarified by the 4 of Wands. Whatever is resonating with this 10 of Swords energy was a part of your spiritual ascension, because the 4 of Wands is your lesson. My personal 1111 card. This toxicity is teaching you self-worth, to value yourself. You are precious. You are good at what you do. You are a smart person. You are a wonderful partner. You're an amazing caretaker. Why do you need to deal with the energy of the 10 of Swords, and why stay there for so long here? It's a soulmate. Soulmates teach you lessons, but not all of it is life partners. And sometimes when we are in a soulmate, we try to continue to reform and repaint the environment and the picture of person to fit a narrative that it is really empty hopes and dreams. And the 8 of Cups is saying that you karmatically need to walk away from relationships and situations and environments that no longer serve you. And that brings you the state of liberation, and it leads you on your true soul's path to places and relationships that are meant to stay with you for life, versus just teaching you these hard learned lessons in the 10 of Swords. 8 is abundance. You need to be courageous with these changes, with this move, with this conversation that needs to be had in the 10 of Swords. You also need to remember that you are an abundant being, and that when one door closes and one thing ends, 10 of Swords energy, you most definitely can manifest something that brings you a state of harmony and stability back into your life in the energy of the 4 of Wands. Larissa, thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Larissa says she's a Capricorn sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising. And yes, confirming from our last reading, en route to making those moves. Yes. Oh, yes, that's right, Larissa. Wow, I forgot. I forgot just that fast. Girl, you already know. Move. Just go. And I'm telling you, even if you don't know how to get there, Spirit will lay the route in front of your feet as long as you move here. Just go. Okay. I am going to everybody that's here, I'll just add you all to my root work, because I've got some root work to do, and I'll definitely make sure to add your name onto my petition here, Larissa. Okay. As always, I'm keeping you in my prayers, as always, because yeah, you are. Now that you have reminded me, I know exactly what this Ten of Swords is, and you need to go. All right. Hey, Maya. Maya's still here. Sage is still here also, and so is Davis. Sage, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Thank you guys so much for being patient. I cannot believe that I've had almost a full, well, I was completely booked, but it's midnight. Usually I'm here till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on number 16 out of 20, and it's only midnight. I'm trying to get faster. I know I'm slow. I know I talk a lot, and it's all well fine and good when it's your turn, but when you're waiting on other people, I know it can be a lot. So I truly do appreciate everybody's patience with me. All right, Sage, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. You can always tell when I'm reading for people that I always read for, because the cards, I mean, they just shuffle like nothing. Unless my client is dealing with some major blockage in their energy, these cards just, they shuffle like nothing. Did you see me shuffling these cards for Sage? I mean, I could do this for hours. I won't, but, well, technically I have, but there we go. Wow. You've got 2 2s in your reading here, Sage. 2. The second card in tarot is the High Priestess, representing the sign of Cancer. You can have Cancer in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If that doesn't resonate, 2 in numerology is co-creation, it's choice, it's discernment, it's harmony and balance here. So take those numbers and that information into consideration with your reading. Let's get started. Sage, what your shadow release is, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got 2 of Pentacles clarified by the 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is my personal favorite minor arcana, but as something that needs to be released, it's coming in here in the lower vibration energy. Being extremely defensive here. Having, your walls up to keep out any types of pain or disappointment or heartbreak. But in the same breath, you also keep away blessings and opportunities and genuine love from entering into your life. You teeter-totter on being in hermit mode and in protection in your shell, and being out in the open and being vulnerable. And Spirit is asking you to release that imbalance here. Find a sense of comfort in that vulnerable state when you let your guard down here, Sage. The 2 of Pentacles is like wearing dual hats. You may appear on the outside to be one thing, but on the inside, you're the opposite. On the outside, people may see you as defensive, aggressive, very protective, controlling, but on the inside, you wouldn't hurt a freaking fly. Sometimes, though, that outside will show as, someone that's meek or timid or that cannot handle the harsh realities of life. But on the inside, you're a freaking freaking warrior, Sage. You have got to find the balance to where you take a little bit of both and you let it shine at all times. Yes, you are a frail human being and you can be vulnerable, but you will fight for whatever it is you know that is right. Bring that balance together here in the Nine of Wands. And then that's how you take on the high vibration of that energy of perseverance, being resilient in the face of adversities. And that release, Sage, helps you handle anything that life or the divine will throw at you on your spiritual journey. So your karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn here, Sage, we've got the Lover's card energy clarified by the Two of Wands here. So remember what I said. 2 is choice and discernment. In the Two of Pentacles, there is no decision that's being made. You're doing both. You're trying to maintain both. You need to choose, is what Spirit is saying. And the Lover's card is also an energy of choice. You are meant to learn karmatically to feel more confident in your power of choice and in your ability to intuitively address the energy of a situation or relationship before you commit yourself to it. There's no hesitation in the Two of Pentacles, or no feeling of restlessness. Did I make the right decision? In the Two of Pentacles, now is I'm going this way and whatever happens, happens. Or I'm going to go this way and whatever happens, happens. Either way, I'm going to make the best out of my decision. Also, with the Lover's card, Sage, you are going to be attracting some karmatic partners, soulmates with the potential to be life partnerships, and it will open doors to give you more options. So this could be somebody in a position of authority or power that can help you with something, a career, school decision. It could also be like a family member or a parent that has some type of authority to help you. Or it could be some friend or even romantic partner that shows you a different perspective and a way of life. And with that, it helps you find that state of balance that's needed and to feel more comfortable in your own personal choices. Sage, I want to thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Did you change your username, Sage? Are you S11444? Yes, David is next. Sage says, okay, see, I remember. Sage says, I love the number 2. Good. Check your destiny number, Sage. Maybe your life path number is 2, and that's why it's come out in your reading. It also could be that this full moon in Scorpio may be hitting your 2nd house. Check your rising sign to see. 2nd house full moon in Scorpio would make you Virgo, Libra rising. No. Libra rules the 1st house. Scorpio rules the 2nd. Libra rising here. So check your chart. See where your 2nd house is. Sage says, wow, I really needed to hear this today. This is so accurate. Thank you so much. Yes. And you're like, shut up, life path number 11. Are you kidding me? Sage, you're a manifester. You're a master number. You most definitely have to use the law of attraction and manifestation to your benefit. That means you've got to check yourself, check your frequency, because you're way more powerful than just the average being. I'm just a 6. I'm not a manifester. I have balance and harmony in people's lives. But you literally can make things happen if you want to. And with the master number 11, you have to find that balance between, times where you're in a lower frequency, how long you stay there, and you bring yourself back up, because you will attract things much faster than normal with that master number 11. That's incredible. I don't know if you were here earlier, but my youngest daughter, Julia, the one that was on camera, she's also an 11. She's got a 12th house stellium as well. And I am really hoping that she follows in my footsteps because she's a better psychic than me. Sage says, wow, I've never heard anyone say it that way before. Yes. It's a double vibration of one. Manifestation, creationism, new beginnings. That magician card energy, that's all you. That's all you. Okay, Davis is next. Somebody asked for a question. Hey Jamie Reyes. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I and Elisa Manzini. Hey, thank you for joining me. You all, I've been online for almost 3 hours. And I'm here every Thursday beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my lists are completely full, both my extended donor list and the free reading list. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn on your notifications for the double white line to be notified when I go live, because it's a first come first service basis, and I'm usually pretty packed on Thursdays. If you know you cannot attend, or you want to skip the line or get an extended reading, you can submit a donation, and there's no minimum for that to get your extended reading, and you are not required to be here in the live reading if you do. My links to social media is all in the detail of this video. If you need a free private consultation, I will be doing a giveaway in the next 48 hours. I'll be posting that information. So follow me on Facebook and Instagram for the details of that as well. All right, David, let's get started with your reading. I appreciate your patience. Davis, we're going to be finding out your shadow of the soul reading, addressing your shadow's release, what you're meant to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, and the karmatic lesson to be learned in this release. My cards are trying to flip over in reverse. If I get a reversal, I'll just have to interpret it because Spirit's trying to tell me something. I would not be surprised if the sun showed up in your karmatic lesson here. Or the Chariot. What is the lesson? Or the Strength card. You would do well. What I say? I would not be surprised if the Strength card showed up in your karmatic lesson. Bam, Strength card right there. I'm like, what is it? I feel like a Leo energy. So of course the sun is the first one I go to, but the Strength card is also Leo energy too. All right, Davis, let's get started with your reading. So your shadow release, what you are meant to let go of with the full moon in Scorpio energy, Davis. We have the 7 of Cups clarified by the moon card energy. This full moon is major for you, Davis. And if you have been feeling anxious or feeling like something isn't right, it's because of this full moon in Scorpio. If you're into astrology, definitely check your chart and see what house placement of Scorpio rules, or what planets you have Scorpio in, to find out why it is this moon energy may be making you feel that way. So the lesson that what you're meant to release, confusion here, idolization. Both of these cards are Neptunian energy. The 7 of Cups is a state of confusion and indecision because of too many options, or because of not enough options. So there's an inability to be creative, to use your resources that you already have, thus bringing the sense of paranoia and a greater state of anxiety and confusion in the energy of the moon card. It just makes that even worse. Spirit wants you to release that here, getting back, a state of emotional and mental stability, to where you can start seeing things clearly and not, losing your sense of reality. Also, Davis, what you are meant to release in this energy. The Seven of Cups is idolization. The moon is Pisces energy, so you may have Pisces in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. And this is when we give situations and people the benefit of the doubt. You know, your spidey senses are tingling, Davis, and you feel that I shouldn't do this, and you still do it. You may feel I should not invest my love and energy into this relationship, and you still do it here. You may have the tendency to either see the potential of a project, a career, or a relationship, but you avoid the person and the thing that's right in front of your face. Take things and people for what they are. Do not repaint the picture. Yes, you may be able to see in the future. You may be intuitively gifted yourself. Definitely may be resonating as an empath, but you cannot continue to use that as an excuse to continue to make these mistakes and involve yourself into situations that cause you some emotional harm. Both of these cards are saying that you definitely need to take care of your mental health, Davis. Okay. A moon card is asking you to look beneath the surface here, not what's superficial. That is really how you start to get in touch with reality and start making the right decisions based off of what's in front of you instead of what could be. So your karmatic lesson to be learned with this release. We've got the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Strength card. I felt it, you know, even before I pulled your energy, I felt this Leo energy from you. So I don't know if you're a Leo or if Leo's strong in your chart, but it requires courage to let this go. Wherever this is resonating for you, Davis, in your life, it definitely requires courage. You have got to face your fears, and you are learning to face your fears. You are learning to face the reality of a situation, and instead of continuing to work on things that are futile, you take your energy into a different direction that is more worth your time and energy and love. The Strength card also gives you that confidence in yourself here to continue on and not give up so easily. Eight of Pentacles is hard work, dedication, and commitment. And with the Strength card, you work on healing the sacral chakra, and you become very good at, you know, relationships and environments, things that used to trigger you in the past. This may take some time, Davis, whatever it is that this is resonating with, that you are meant to release. So do not rush this process, but you have got to be brave here, and do not look for perfectionism within yourself. This does not happen in a day. Whatever this is doesn't happen in a day. It takes some time, and you will make some mistakes along the process, but you learn from your mistakes. So look at those as vehicles, as opportunities instead of setbacks. Davis, I want to thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Oh, okay, David. I said David at first, but then I typed Davis here. But it's all good. Spirit knew who I was talking about. And David said, "Wow, you will be fine. You are much harder on yourself than any other person in this world, and that's where you need to get that control here. You can only control yourself, so be patient. Be patient with yourself, and I will be keeping you in my prayers. And like I said earlier, I will be adding everybody to my full moon petition and doing this root work after the void course of the moon." All right. Thank you, David, so very much. I truly do appreciate that. I think this was your first reading here on my channel. I am glad that your reading resonates, and I pray that it helps you. I've got faith in you here, David. I mean, before I even pulled your card, I knew that the Strength card was coming out. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it. All right. Okay. Hey, Star Travels. Hey, thank you, David. I appreciate that. Star Travels, hey, welcome. I have been on for a little over 3 hours, and both of my lists are completely full. So if you check back in next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure your notifications are on so you can get your first come, first serve basis. Or if you know that you cannot make that time, or you prefer not to wait in the live reading, excuse me, you can submit a donation of any amount for next week's reading, and you can get your personal weekly reading sent to you in email. Hey, is it 𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙚? If I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, please correct me. 𝙤𝙤. After 𝙤𝙤 is Maya, Christine, and then Jennifer. You all, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at okaasanstarot. I will be posting within the next 48 hours the upcoming giveaway for the month of May. All right, 𝙤𝙬, thank you for letting me know I was pronouncing your name correctly. Let's get started with your reading. We are going to be focusing on your shadow, it's a shadow of the soul reading, addressing the what you are meant to release with the full moon in Scorpio energy, and then the karmatic lesson that will be learned with this release. All right, 𝙤𝙬, let's get started with your reading. So your shadow release, what you are meant to let go of with the full moon in Scorpio energy. We've got the 4 of Wands clarified by the King of Swords. So with the presence of the 4 of Wands in your release position, this is telling me that you have completed a major cycle in your spiritual ascension. So you should be proud. Congratulations with all the work that you've been doing. It may be involving your throat chakra. You are learning to speak your truth. You're learning to be open and honest. You're learning to be a communicator. You're learning to be a good listener. And you are also learning to have control over your thoughts and your mental perceptions. What you are meant to release here is low vibration energy of the King of Swords. King of Swords is air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If not, the low vibration energy of the King of Swords is someone that needs to be in control all the time. King of Swords is the one that comes up with the ideas. He's the most intelligent. He is a know-it-all. He is also the one that needs to always speak, has a challenging time listening to others, not very good with constructive criticism. If it's coming to him, you're letting that go. A King of Swords, instead, you're adopting the high vibration of being able to listen to feedback and take it into consideration, and then also give your opinion without offending people or coming off as abrasive or in distasteful, is what Spirit is telling me. Also, with the King of Swords energy, what you are meant to release is this mental instability here, where you have these ups and downs of when you are active, you're talking, you're actively researching, you're learning here, and then you become so overwhelmed that you just shut down and you don't want to hear anything, you don't want to listen to anyone, and you're having a hard time finding that balance. With the four of Wands as a release, you're releasing your old sense of self. The old sense of self is what is dying to adopt a more stable and harmonious foundation and leading yourself to your highest good and the lesson and life path lessons that you have in the King of Swords. So Lizelle, the karmatic lesson that is meant to learn with the release of the low vibration King of Swords energy, we've got the Prince of Wands clarified by the Nine of Wands. Finally, my favorite minor arcana has come out in a karmatic lesson. Nine of Wands is the card of perseverance. It is the wounded warrior. No matter how many times you get defeated, no matter how many times you have setbacks, no matter how many times things don't work out in your favor, you are not discouraged and you continue on. No matter how many times you have an absence of support or information that makes you feel comfortable in your own right, you support yourself here. And that gives you that energy to be in the Knight of Wands energy, Lizelle. You become more adventurous, you become a risk taker, you take on many projects and it does not overwhelm you anymore, and you can see them from start to finish. You are an explorer, you get outside of your comfort zone and you try new things, and it excites you. It gives you this new sense of energy here as well, igniting that fire energy in the Wands card. This is good because you're going somewhere. You, in the low vibration King of Swords, everything is being stuck in your head. No action is being taken. You are learning to take what's here and put it into motion. And you do it in a sense of balance instead of being confused and abandoning your ideas because you don't know. Lizelle, thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Lizelle says, yeah, that was me. I always try new things. Good. Trying new things is what you need to be. Anything that challenges you to get outside of your comfort zone is the direction that you need to go in. And just don't get confused about it. You don't need to get in a lot of research. You don't need to have a lot of facts. If something is exciting, if something catches your attention, just go for it here. Don't hesitate. All right, Maya. Maya may not be here. Hey, Hillary. Yes, there is a list, and both my extended donor list and donation list are both closed. As Jennifer Garcia said, I do this every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my free reading list is on a first come, first served basis. So you've already subscribed. Thank you very much. Make sure you have your notifications turned on with the double white lines so that you can be notified when I go live. If you cannot be here on the dot, my extended list is a donation of no minimum, and it saves your spot, and you are not required to be present during the live reading to get a guaranteed weekly message. Maya is here. All right, Maya, let's get started with your reading. No wonder I'm like, wow, I'm struggling to shuffle these cards. Now I see why it came across in your energy. Okay, Maya, let's get started with your full moon and Scorpio reading. So your shadows release. What you are meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy. We've got the Seven of Wands clarified by the Hermit. You are not an island, Maya. You are not meant to live this life in solitude. You need friends. You need healthy romantic connections. You need a career environment, workplace environment that values you and sees your worth and how you contribute to the group. You need all of these things. And Spirit is asking you to release the need to have autonomy or control over every area of your life. Maybe it is, Maya, that you feel like you are extremely defensive, and that you sacrificed your needs for so long that you're not taking no for an answer with anything. And you are realizing that people don't always listen to what we say. People don't always go with the flow. And so you have isolated yourself from being able to accept good into your life, to keep so much bad away. Spirit is asking you to release that. Go within in the energy of the Hermit card and ask yourself, how am I personally responsible, for these environments? Am I allowing people to take advantage of me? Do I need to change some habit or within myself? Is there something that needs to be improved in my own personal space so that I can have healthy boundaries instead of feeling the need to withdraw and push everybody away? Establishing healthy boundaries and healthy connections is what you need to learn. So release this period of isolation that you may have been in and let people in. So I was struggling to pull your lesson. I was struggling. So that was telling me, Maya, that you may have a challenging time learning this lesson. And then I laid your cards, and I completely see why. Maya, I would not be surprised if you had a blockage in your heart chakra. Not at all. And actually, I'm going to see. I would not be surprised if you had a heart chakra blockage. What is the lesson? That's represented by the color green. So your karmatic lesson that will be learned when you release this energy. We've got the 7 of Cups clarified by the 8 of Cups. So this is like a going from a 7 to an 8, an evolution. So you go from a state of confusion, 7 energy, a lack of faith in humanity. You think that there are no good people left on this planet, but you and I. You think that nobody wants your highest good, and that everybody that comes into your life is only there to do some damage. You walk away from that state of confusion. You walk away from idolization, where you see the good in people, you see the potential of a situation, and instead of always hanging on to that potential, you accept what is in front of you, and you face the reality of the relationship or the situation. And instead of trying to fix and work on things that's futile, you walk away from what no longer serves you in the energy of the 8 of Cups. You are struggling to do this here, Maya. And it is because of the heart chakra blockage that I feel you have. You are a kind person. And when you are wounded because of your weak emotional boundaries, all you know how to do to protect yourself is to push people away. Even if people get close that are good to you, you're so used to being hurt that you self-sabotage, and then the people that should be staying end up leaving you. This is a cycle that you are breaking here. And this way you walk away from what should be, and then you accept things that come towards you with genuine love and care here. Okay? So yeah, I feel a heart chakra blockage here for you. And I want to see your lesson in the chakra healing cards. Maybe a potential blockage in the sacral chakra because of the presence of the wand energy. The lesson that you are meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges that are presented to you in the energy of this reading. What did I say? Your heart chakra is blocked, represented by the color green. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Even bad opportunities teach you something. Being in a bad relationship teaches you, I am worth more. I don't need to deal with this. Being and working at a bad job teaches you, wow, I'm very skilled and I am a desirable applicant, and I can go anywhere that I want to, and I will continue to move on until I meet a place or a supervisor that values the skills that I can bring to this company. This is what you need to. This is how you need to look at the bad things that happen in your life, instead of being, resentful or depressed about the way that these things transpire. Look at it and say, wow, This is what I put myself into. I can grow and to evolve to not fall into those traps anymore here. Unblock your heart chakra. Signs of a blockage of the heart chakra is feelings of loneliness, unworthiness, feeling like, you know, nobody emotionally supports or cares for you, and an inability to unconditionally love ourselves and others. Sometimes we have to unconditionally love people even from a distance. That's how you set a healthy emotional boundary with your Seven of Wands. Maya, I wanted to thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Yeah, I could feel, not only could I feel the heart chakra blockage, but the presence of your cup card energy in your lesson. Cups is water. It deals with our feelings. And that also told me that you would have a heart chakra blockage there. Hi, Divine Universe. Hey, welcome. Hey, Dr. Victor. I cannot pronounce your last name. Oh, hey, Divine Universe. I'm Scorpio Sun too. I've got 4 planets in Scorpio. I'm Scorpio dominant. You are. I was about to ask you about the baby. When are you gonna post some belly pics? I love belly pictures. And because we have to practice social distancing, I can't come and rub on that belly. Divine Universe, thank you so much for joining me. Dr. Victor, as Jennifer said, both my extended and donation lists are closed. I've been online for 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 52 seconds, and I'm on my last 2 people. I do this every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please do subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and turn on your notifications, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. If you need a free private consultation, check me out on Facebook and Instagram at okaasanstarot. I will be posting within the next 48 hours the details of my May giveaway. All right, Christine. Christine, are you still here? I wasn't sure this deck was going to make it through my entire reading because I've been using it for my private consultations. Thank you, Maya. I love baby bump pictures. I like to see it grow. I'm Cancer rising, so South Node in the 4th house. In my past life, I was a baby maker. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I took care of the kids. So anytime I see baby bumps, it gives me a sense of nostalgia. All right, Christine is still here. Christine, you're a trooper, and I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. I would not be surprised if the Lover's card energy showed up in your lesson, or the Temperance. Okay, Christine. Prince of Pentacles is at the bottom. This takes time here, Christine. So be patient. Wherever this is resonating, patience is needed. Okay. There's no need to rush. is what Spirit is telling me. Take that as it resonates. So, Christine, your full moon in Scorpio energy, your shadow release, what you are meant to let go in this reading. You have the energy of the Nine of Wands clarified by the Six of Pentacles. So here's my favorite minor arcana back on the release side. So this is bringing in the low vibration energies of both the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So moderation is definitely needed with the Six of Pentacles energy. An equal give and take here. Reciprocity. Also harmony. Nine of Wands is wounded warrior energy. You keep going, you get knocked down, but you keep getting back up. It is the card of perseverance in the high vibration, but in the low vibration, this is being incredibly defensive. It's almost into a state of paranoia because you're worrying that you have to continue to fight and defend yourself, defend your boundaries, defend your rights, defend your ideas, defend your individuality here. With the Six of Pentacles, you have to be in an equal stand of being protective, but not too overprotective. Because what happens here, Christine, is that you put your walls up so as to not be hurt anymore, wounded warrior energy, but then nothing good can get in either. I always say, Christine, build fences and not walls, because with the fence, you can still see through it. Whatever's on the other side, if you don't open the gate, it doesn't get in. That's how you establish healthy boundaries. And then it removes the fear of the unknown that causes this paranoia in the Nine of Wands energy here. And then you get back into the state of reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles, where you are opening yourself up to do things and give love and support and care, time and energy and money to other people and things, and then you accept it back instead of hoarding everything from yourself and protecting yourself in a way that may be unjustified. Moderation is the key here. Fences and not walls. Okay? So, Christine, the karmatic lesson that you are meant to learn by releasing this energy, we've got the Two of Swords clarified by the Justice. So I was looking for Temperance card energy showing some type of healing from a potential root chakra wound. I was looking for another major arcana also, and now I don't remember, because I really wanted this Temperance energy, but the presence of the Two of Swords is showing me that there may be some challenges with you being able to learn this lesson. Justice is the 11th card in tarot, representing the sign of Libra. Libra may be in your chart, but if that doesn't resonate, you may have a blockage in the throat chakra, because this is air energy here as your lesson. And you are learning the universal laws of manifestation and attraction with the energy of the Justice card. You know, some things are karmatic and some things are not within our control. And even if you hold your defenses up, some stuff that happens is inevitable. And one thing that is inevitable is change, and that sometimes there's some pain associated with that. But by putting your defenses up, it's not going to keep the changes from happening. It's not going to prevent you 100% from getting some type of disappointment or some emotional pain or hurt or struggle throughout this life. And with the Justice card energy, you are also learning to trust in your divine powers with that 11 energy. You are learning to rely on the assistance of your higher power in times where you are confused in the energy of the Two of Swords. Instead of being stuck in a state of indecision, when you are at a roadblock, ask for help. But then you need to rely on the signs and synchronicities and accept the messages that Spirit gives you when you do ask for that help. Throat chakra blockage is what I am feeling, also because of the presence of the air energy in your karmatic lesson. Christine, since you're next to last at the end, and to thank you so much for being patient, I am going to do a chakra healing message for you. And let's find out what the lesson is that you need to learn in order to overcome the challenges presented to you in the energy of this reading. You also may have a potential crown chakra blockage represented by the color white. Adversity is what I heard. So the lesson that you're meant to learn in order to overcome the challenges that are presented to you in the energy of this reading, Christine. Wow. Shut up. Look at that. Oh my God. I know I'm being dramatic, but I have a Sagittarius moon. What did I say? I said I hear adversity. You may have a crown chakra blockage. Here's the adversity card right here, Christine. You have a crown chakra blockage. Listen, Spirit hears you. Just because you're not getting the response that you expect, or because life tends to kick your butt a little bit harder than you would like, does not mean you are not protected by your ancestors and the divine. You are being protected. And it could be that there's a sense of self-sabotaging that is happening, why you need to continue to feel defensive here. Trust in your higher power. Unblock your crown chakra. And things aren't working in the pace that you want it to, it is because of divine timing. Spirit is trying to get all the players set in motion so that it can present you with a blessing instead of some half-ass, gift, Also, you are a warrior. My favorite card has come up in your release. So you got to let go this overly defensive adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. You will be fine. Anything that life throws at you, it's doing it because you can handle it. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it may be too much. Yes, it may seem never ending, but the faster you let your guard down, let yourself be vulnerable, you will get easier lessons. But until then, Christine, Spirit's bang, 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 banging on those walls with these hard lessons here, adversity, resiliency in the face of adversity. You not only have to have faith in your higher power, Christine, you've got to believe in yourself, because I'm physically hot right now reading your energy, because you've got so much potential and so much power that you may sell yourself short. You will be fine. Okay, so if you're dealing with anything, or you're feeling under pressure with life in general at this time, Christine, don't worry. Spirit has got your back. Adversity. And I called it before I even pulled the card. I called the specific card before I even pulled it. I'm telling you, I've been doing this tarot thing for 12 years. And in 12 years, I've not found the answer on how I do this. It just happens. It just happens. I don't know how it happens, but it does. You will be fine. Get you some clear quartz, Christine, to clear that crown chakra, or any clear or white stones will help you. Okay. Clear quartz is just very easy to find. Selenite is also good. Opalite is very, very good. That also will help you with your heart chakra as well. But you're a fighter, and I believe in you. Okay. All right. Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Wow. Jennifer is next. Wow, that was amazing. You are so very welcome, Christine. I truly do appreciate you being patient and waiting to receive that message, because I feel honored to be able to give you that message. You don't understand like how excited your spirit guides are to talk to me right now. Like, I feel their excitement. They're very proud of you. They're very proud of you, and you are protected. Okay. All right. Jennifer, last but definitely not least, you're a trooper also. Let's get started with your reading, and I will also do your chakra healing message to show my appreciation for all the help that you give me on the Thursdays that you're here, and for being incredibly patient. So we're looking at your shadow of the soul reading, addressing your shadow's release, what you need to let go of in the full moon and Scorpio energy, the karmatic lesson that's meant to be learned in this release. And again, to show my appreciation for all your help and your patience, I'll be doing your chakra healing message. I would not be surprised if the Emperor showed up or the Magician showed up in your karmatic lesson. Not at all. Oh, wrong fire sign. That's okay. I'll take it. I was close. Element is close. Jennifer. I don't feel that you have any major blockages at this time, but I do see a potential blockage in the sacral chakra represented by the color orange. Definitely potential blockage there. And maybe even a potential blockage in the root chakra, maybe solar plexus, but I feel more sacral than that. All right. The Nine of Cups wanted to show its face, so I pulled it out, and I will incorporate that into your karmatic lesson. Jennifer, let's get started. So your shadow release, what you're meant to let go of with the full moon and Scorpio energy. We've got the Eight of Wands clarified by the Seven of Wands. And I know you're guilty of this because you've admitted to it. You have got to stop moving backwards. 1 minute, you're standing up for yourself. You're establishing healthy boundaries. You're holding people accountable, holding yourself accountable. But you need to make this a consistent thing with the Eight of Wands energy. Eight of Wands is hesitation. You know, you started up for a couple of days, a couple of incidents, and then you let one thing slide. But once that one thing slides, two things slide, then three things slide, and then you're back to square one. Spirit wants you to release the tendency to be inconsistent when it comes to your boundaries and your standards. You come here, you tell me you know what to do, you're putting your foot down on Thursdays. By Sunday, you're not so sure. So Spirit wants you to get in a routine and make it a habit to defend yourself, your needs and your wants here. Holding yourself accountable, bringing it inside will make it easier for holding other people accountable. If you know that you're not supposed to be losing sleep watching My 600-Pound Life on a Wednesday school night, you go to bed holding yourself accountable. And if you know that this friend or this romantic partner has burned you once, twice, thrice, you don't let them back in. Holding yourself and others accountable and keeping it consistent. Continue to move forward here. Do not hesitate when it comes to establishing these boundaries and your standards. Let that go. So I was looking for the Emperor card because I felt that fire. I felt fire energy here. And Emperor is not here, but you still have a major fire sign in your karmatic lesson. The lesson that's meant to be learned during this release here, we've got the Two of Wands clarified by the Sun, and then we've got the Nine of Cups to sweeten the deal. You're going to get your heart's desires. You will be in a state of emotional fulfillment and contentment here. When you learn that you definitely have options, and that even by setting these boundaries, Jennifer, not everybody is just going to run away. They will walk with you with the energy of the Two of Wands. Choice is what you have. And you definitely have a choice to continue to move backwards in this period of inconsistency, or to take advantage of this new sense of self, and self-confidence and self-worth, and move forward into a state of happiness and optimism, where you have more hope and faith for the future and the people that you are attracting, because you're in a higher state of vibration. The Sun card is saying yes. Yes, you're going to make it. So just continue to look at any situation as the glass half full instead of half empty here. And when it comes to your standards, especially if you continue to uphold these things, you will not have to continue to settle for things that you want to use to settle for frequently. So I feel a potential sacral chakra blockage represented by the color orange. Maybe a heart chakra blockage because the 9 of Cups jumped out of the cards, but I don't feel like that there's any major blockage that needs some work done for you, Jennifer. So the lesson that you need to learn in order to overcome the challenges that are presented to you in the energy of your reading is it is your heart chakra, Jennifer. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Listen, you can't do everything. Yes, you're super mom. Yes, you're superwoman. But you have to take breaks. You have to rest. You have to get sleep. My 600-pound life being up here with me, and I told you that you could leave. You've got to take care of your body. If you got mouths to feed, you need to sit at the table too. Take good care of yourself, and not just your sleep and your food, but treat yourself. Buy yourself something nice instead of always going to the clearance rack. Spend a little bit more than you normally would. Go to Target instead of Walmart or something. Upgrade your life. Take care of yourself. And when you treat yourself in that same way, then you'll start attracting people that value you in the same way that you do as well. A heart chakra blockage, a sign of a blockage of a heart chakra is feelings of unworthiness, or feeling that you will not have your wishes fulfilled and be in a state of emotional contentment. That is not the case. It was confirmed in this karmatic lesson that you will be happy. You will have your needs and your wants met, but you can't go backwards. Keep moving forward here when it comes to standards and boundaries. And this is what you're meant to learn in this energy. Jennifer said, if it's not 90 Day Fiance. I have not watched that yet. I haven't, but every time I talk to you, I'm like, I need to watch this show, especially considering the fact that I got married to both of my husbands within 90 days. That sounds like a show I need to watch. Thank you, Jennifer, as always, so much for your help and your support and your patience, and for joining me. And I truly do pray that your reading resonates. Jennifer says, exactly. Yes, I do go back and forth like a bipolar person. Yes. I mean, it's hard, especially when you become a mom. It's something about being a mom. You just automatically put yourself in the back. I mean, you put everybody first: kids, husband, spouse, work, friends, family, and you're last. You get whatever is left. You need to break that cycle here. That 7 of Wands is saying break that cycle. You need to be first, because you're no good to anybody that's important in your life if you are not okay yourself. You are very welcome. Hey, Jamie Jr. Hey, welcome. I've been on for 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 39 seconds, and my free and extended lists are closed. If you are new here, please do like, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell, as I'm here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My free reading list is a first come, first service basis. That's why I asked you turn on your notification bell. I won't blow it up too much. I'm only here for live readings for the most part, for now. So check back in with me next week. Also, if you need a free private consultation, I will be posting on Instagram and Facebook the details of my May giveaway. So follow me at okaasanstarot on both platforms to be able to enter into the contest. Jamie Jr. says 3 hours. That's a really long time. Yes, it is. I am here. I'm usually here for at least 3 hours every Thursday, as long as I'm feeling well. And I do about, I have 30 slots every Thursday, and I've done majority of my 30 readings today. But I also love you guys. Like, I love y'all so much. It makes me so sad when I'm not here on Thursdays. I beat myself up so much when I miss a day. Okay. All right, you guys. Hey, Janina Washington. I'm always catching the tail end of things. I'm sorry, Janina. I've been in here for a minute, but I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I'm doing a tarot reading giveaway. Probably my 30 to 45 minute reading, maybe my 6-month forecast. I'm not sure, but it's one of my bigger readings. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for the details to be entered into that giveaway. Usually I just do like a guess the number of names on my petitions, and I just go from there. So if you need a free reading, I try to do a giveaway at least every month. But I am here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do free readings as well. Hey, Cam. Janina says, girl, get some rest. Yes, I am on my way to bed. Yes, Jamie. I also am booking for private consultations as well. And if you do need a private consultation, please check out my complete list of services on my website, which is also in the details of this video. It's okaasanstarot.com. I am a cartomancer. So not only do I read tarot, but I read oracle, Lenormand, gypsy witch fortune telling cards, and chakra healing cards. I also study astrology, destiny, cardology, cards, and numerology. And I provide those reports and readings and conjuring services as well on my website. I am a high priestess. I do root work, and I've got work to do. And the moon's void right now, but after the moon is void, I've got some spell work to do. So check out all those services on my website. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to send me a message. Okay, you guys. Couple of announcements. I live in North Carolina, and the state of North Carolina is opening up on Monday. Eclectic by Nature in Greensboro, North Carolina is not taking in-person readings except for a few readers, and I am not one of them. So I will not be returning to Greensboro at this time doing in-person readings. Dancing Moon Books and Gifts here in Raleigh, North Carolina is open, and they are doing scheduled appointment-only readings. I am not doing in-person readings at this time. And if you would like an in-person reading, I am available for a Zoom meeting if you want to do something that's more personal. Check out my list of services for that. It will be a video phone call reading via Zoom if that's something that you're interested in. Also, again, don't forget to check out my Facebook and Instagram for the details on the May giveaway. I will be posted in the next 48 hours. Other announcements. I am still not booking large events at this time, and that should be posted on my website. Because of the social distancing, I have small children. I'm also immunocompromised myself, so I've been in quarantine. I've not gone inside of a store in a month. God, dog, it's been a month since I've physically been inside of a store. If you need to book a private event, please send me a message, and we can see how that can be done via video conferencing as well. Happy full moon in Scorpio, you all. I pray that you are feeling good. Scorpio moon is kind of dark. I'm Scorpio dominant, but I don't like when the moon is in Scorpio, to be honest. My moon sign is in Sagittarius, which is coming up soon. It's more buoyant. So if you are feeling the heaviness of the Scorpio full moon, give it some time through the weekend. It'll pass. As always, I wish you all many, many, many blessings of love and light, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Have a good evening.